Hey, at least we're only dealing with one tech issue, knock on wood, and it's that stupid stream overlay, as opposed to having the stream overlay breaking, the game breaking, and OBS not streaming correctly. So out of all the problems, that one's the most fixable. So, you know, I can deal with that.
We like fixable.
Why did I hear a doot doot when I'm in streamer mode?
Skill issue.
Weird.
Score B button.
Boing.
So Ty, should I drink that tonight or wait?
I don't partake in alcohol. I have no idea how well that is going to affect your brain. But also,
I'll wait.
why not?
Yes, drinking on a Thursday. Hell yeah.
I don't work tomorrow. I don't work tomorrow.
Wait, why am I still getting doot doots? I have it in streamer mode.
What the fuck is this?
Set your doop doop. Set your stream.
Picked the wrong time to go on Reddit, goddammit.
Is there a right time to go on
It's
Reddit?
from the other computer. Apparently, I had Discord running on the other computer. I didn't know it.
If I witness this, I'm gonna share it with the rest.
So
I
what
can't
you're
be the only one
saying
with
is-
this atrocity.
Skill issue.
Yes, there's a skill issue.
Nice. I got so confused and then I realized I'm looking at the wrong character sheet. I still have my backup character sheets up on D&D Beyond. Like, this isn't Talena.
Ooh, woo.
Oh well.
Who's the what now?
No, unrelated. I'm on a Star Wars subreddit and there's a picture of Qui-Gon Jinn and I liked it.
I do not approve of that image you sent, though. That is like crossed streams.
If I witnessed it, everyone else has to.
Yep, nope, I'm not okay.
I can't be the only one.
No, nope, sacrilege.
What? How? Huh?
Pictures and memes in my Discord.
I need to see.
Wait
Sorry,
a
I'm
minute,
in my
wait a minute.
kitchen.
My Steam just outed Fox. What are you doing booting up 5M? What are you doing?
You know, the misclick of having it on the
Oh.
toolbar.
I specifically removed 5M from my toolbar for that reason. Because I kept hitting it.
It's right next to
Uh-huh.
Discord, so when I want Discord, I hit fucking 5M instead.
Oh, my taskbar goes Discord, Opera GX, Spotify, Steam, 5M, TeamSpeak.
Yeah, mine is
Yeah, I'm sure.
is Chrome, Outlook, Spotify, Discord, Steam, Foundry, OneNote, Obsidian, Photoshop, ShareX, and yeah, that's it.
You need to get rid of Chrome.
What's wrong with Chrome?
RAM eating.
That's fair. That's very fair.
But the alternatives ain't getting much better
No,
because
they're
of
not.
the way Mozilla changed their TOS.
Opera GX is pretty okay. I don't full extent.
I don't trust open source software that has to advertise this much on YouTube.
That's fair.
What's your play?
Yeah, you're like if you
You
have
need
to tell me
advertisement.
about if you have to tell me about yourself all the time, I don't know if I want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Wow,
I mean,
RT. I use Brave.
Yeah, you can do you. I've been using Opera for at least half a year now, and I got a bunch of custom shit, including like tipa tipa sounds on the keyboard, and I can Like that actually is a good feature where you can literally just limit how much RAM it uses.
That's pretty cool.
Yes. Also, I really wish that the tippy tappy sounds from my keyboard could be put to just my computer instead of just Opera GX because I love it.
Wait, tippy tappy sound? Huh?
Actually, yeah, basically you can customize, like there is uploaded kind of in like their mod workshop type thing from people, like themes. So for example, you can select cyberpunk theme, and then anytime you open a tab or anytime you click on a keyboard while in browser, it'll do like thematic sounds.
Oh.
Basically.
Nice.
That would drive me nuts within 2 seconds.
Which I also turned off, and I forgot about it, and I should turn it back on because I was streaming and I was streaming it.
Very processing power.
Not really. I mean, it's cool. Because fuck freaking tactile keyboards that are so loud they're gonna wake up your neighbors a block down the street. It's like, might as well just have it in your headphones. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I should not have gone on the Star Wars subreddit. What the fuck are they doing? Half of this is blurst.
All right. Okay. Is everybody? I know Melon's still making food. Besides that, is everybody? Okay. Are you at least like to a point where like can you you can hear okay, right?
I have a wireless headphone.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and.
My headset is
I don't have the
attached.
buttons for my scenes anymore because I have to rebuild everything.
Question because. Question.
Question. Just question.
Answer because answer.
Both American DAX have still +7 bonus health. Should we still have that?
Yeah. You haven't used it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It doesn't go away.
I don't know
until
how
you
long
use
it's been.
It's
Oh, is it like a
until
day?
it gets replaced.
Yeah. The
Oh,
only way
damn,
it goes,
okay.
The only way it goes away is if you actually take damage or you get another kind of temp HP that will remove part of it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and swap over here. Oh wait, it's working. Why is it working for some people? The overlay, I can see Talina, I can see Grigor, and I can see Alexander. What the heck?
Wumbo.
Do you want me to drop it back?
We special.
I don't think that would make a difference. I think I need to just figure out what's wrong with the. What is? Why?
Are you still getting rate limited? Because that might be why others aren't working, because that's when the rate limit kicked in.
No, because I don't even know.
Why though?
It makes no sense.
Big dollars.
Wow, that's
Also,
annoying.
that was the perfect time for ads to kick in. So you were like, it works. So it was like, I looked down at my phone. I'm like, that's
Yeah.
KFC. That's not stream.
I don't know why.
I wish KFC was still good, man.
I don't know why it's working for 3 of you and not for the rest of us. I don't even.
I'm just that good.
I can drop out and come back in and see if it works.
You could try. I don't think it's gonna make a difference, but you're welcome to try.
All right, dropping and coming back.
Okay.
Why have I gotten tagged?
I don't know.
What are they doing?
Am I fixed?
Nope.
Dang.
So I wonder if it's a photo issue. Hold on, let me try it. I thought I had resigned to this not working. If this doesn't work immediately, then we're just gonna move on. I'm not gonna even bother with it. We're gonna try Basil.
But
though,
what
real
if we
quick.
do bother with it though?
All right, let's just see here. Okay, it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't work. So I don't know. I don't even have an answer for that. So we're just gonna go over here instead. We're gonna do this, and I'm just gonna turn off all the PNG tubers because. Oh, but the DM is working. So I'm working. Talina's working. Everybody's working except Basil and Othwin. Because that somehow makes sense. All right. Well, in that case,
You may want to turn that layer
I'm
off.
just
Then.
special.
yeah. Let
Because
me
I
do
see
this.
double.
Yeah, you've got the
I know.
character
I know.
art and then the
Oh
okay.
yeah. I gotta do this. We're gonna turn off. All right. I'll turn off that since it is working for at least a couple of us. Because it's only a couple people that aren't working. All right. We'll leave Daxori's up. Grigor's is working, so I'll turn off that. Or actually, yeah, forget it. Never mind.
Flippity.
Where's
I like my
Talina on
air
this
got out
list?
cold.
Where is Talina? There she is. Okay.
I'm here.
All right. So some of us are working. I don't know why the rest aren't. Oh, also for some reason, apparently Stream is looking at Othwin's character sheet. Hang on.
Because it's still broken.
Yeah, hang on. I just need to...
Or rather, was broken.
There we go. We're good. I fixed it. Okay. All right. Well, that's fun. Okie schmokie. Okay. When last we left off, our party... Is everybody ready before I dive into this too much?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
When last we left off, our party had been finally getting their way to the end of the catacombs and navigating their way out. However, due to being distracted or pulled away, however you'd like to describe it, to fight off a recently risen group of zombies, the group came back and found that their little friend Spitwick, as well as their newfound prisoner of one of the Low Hood captains, or sergeants, excuse me, was missing. There was a blood trail that led into the room where they had found the massacred bodies, and the trail led across to the other side of the room where there was a door that was failed to be lockpicked by Grigor, but was shattered, literally, by Talina. And you guys ended up finding your way into the cellar of some sort of house, where you did find Spitwick locked in a cell, and then made your way upstairs into some sort of sitting area or kitchen where, in a rather low-lit environment, you were able to very stealthily navigate your way through the room, taking out two unsuspecting, very drunk and sleepy Low Hood members, scaring off a kobold chef, and finding a dog that was more interested with the treats given to it by Dax than it was doing its job. And not to mention Talina basically, for lack of a better word, giving someone the ultimate panic attack whilst dropping a mega load in the bathroom, and the guy basically getting so scared he dropped into the toilet. You guys have now found your way into the grand central chamber of this manor, where there are various trophies and statues on the wall, all of which cobwebs everywhere. This entire house so far, at least from the 3 rooms you've navigated through, is dusty. Things of value seem to be gone. Anything that was not too heavy to be carried out is gone. Paintings and wall fixtures are gone. There's dust everywhere. There's cobwebs everywhere. This place looks abandoned, except for the fact that it's not. There's clearly people that are squatting here, and it seems to be that you found the object of your original search, thus finding the unsuspecting base of operations or outpost for the Low Hood gang. You guys had found your way into this large marble chamber with a very massive statue of various designs. There's a lot of smaller statues. There were some stuffed animals, like Selena was looking at a large stuffed tiger that was mounted to this pedestal. And Othwin had started to hear sounds and wandered to the other end of this chamber, about 20 feet away, 20, 30 feet away from everybody, where voices could be heard from a nearby room. And as Othwin approached the door, she could hear more sounds, and the rest of the group could also start to hear these sounds. And it's here that we will go ahead and pick back up with everybody else. So, there we are. Okay. So as we rejoin, Othwin, you had started to hear sounds coming from essentially from this side of the room. Did Othwin want to keep pushing in that direction, or was she gonna wait for her friends?
You're gonna wait.
So you wait, you turn around, and you notice that your compatriots are on the other side of the room. And they at this point, everybody's in the main chamber. What is everybody doing? And mind you, at this point, all of you have varying degrees of being able to hear a conversation that is happening on the other side of the room behind doors. You're not sure exactly where Othwin is. The rest of you aren't, but you are aware of it.
Remind us again which direction these voices are coming from?
This way. Somewhere in this direction.
Or over that way.
Yeah. Othwin knows which specifically where, like which door, because she's closer, but the rest of you just know it's coming from this side of the house.
Basil would be basically motioning for Othwin to return to the group. Just kind of rolling hand, like, get over here, but silently.
She's gonna look between their group and the doorway. Like, do I stay? Do I go?
I would say at about this time, as you're having this inner monologue with yourself, or the inner dialogue with yourself, Othwin, you hear a loud "foof," like something slamming on something, coming from the same direction as the conversation.
Like that, she's gonna scurry over here. Like, oh shit.
I would say that the rest of you would hear the sound of a thud. It just wouldn't have been as loud as it was to Othwin.
And for our sanity, the staircase goes up and around and up the way, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah, this part here is floor level. Like, you would be able to start walking up, and then it curls around, and you guys can watch as it starts to kind of wrap around the statue. And you can kind of see, because the statue is kind of an odd shape, it is very large, that it kind of disappears behind the statue, and you can see where it reconnects with the floor above you. And you can tell that there's a bit of like some sort of like it's open air, like this statue climbs up and goes up to the next level as well. So it's kind of this whole central area where the staircase is very high ceiling. It's open up to the next level.
Yeah, so there's a balcony above us, not a full floor.
Correct.
Do I recognize the art, like the culture, basically, of these statues? Is this like common to the local area, or is this specifically from like exotic regions?
So everything that you can see, well, let's start with this. Go ahead and roll me either roll me a perception check or a history check.
I'll do history because it makes more sense, despite my bonus being lower.
That's fair.
Especially the +1 and +2 isn't that
That's
big
still a
deal,
really
especially
good
when I
history
roll a
check.
19.
Dirty 20. Okay, yeah. So with a dirty 20, basically what you're able to do, both from scanning this room as well as kind of looking more intriguingly at some of this architecture and these sculptures, this is a mixture of lots of different things. Some of the sculptures appear to be from a more affluent city like Talion City. Some of the like the beast standing next to you is obviously not from this region. Like you know from your travels that this sort of tiger-like creature is not common in the Wittigoth Plains just north of Darun, or in the hills south of, or anywhere around this region. Like, it's not native to this area. The architecture of the sculpture is that of a gigantic dragon and a celestial engaged in combat. Celestials have never been seen in Darun, to your knowledge. In Adalia, to your knowledge. And dragons haven't been seen in the continent in who knows how long. Like, they're a rumor, or they're a whisper of a rumor. So it's very clear that these are like artist renditions of like very historical events that maybe trace back to when Adalia was formed. It could be these are just fictitious sort of stories people have come up with, and they're showcasing it through art. But then you look at these animals, like the bird-like creature in the corner over here, or the tiger-like creature that you're looking at, and it could be that, and these are not sculptures, these are stuffed animals, that it could be that these were gathered from elsewhere. So it's kind of a weird, eclectic mixture of items and sculptures and displays of art, or what's left of them anyways, that kind of give you the impression that whoever did own this building originally or lived here probably was a very wealthy individual, but probably also someone who traveled quite a bit and or was very like went out and did like maybe it was like an exotic hunter, like went out and did things for sport, and like was the kind of person that liked to showcase their accomplishments. Is the best way that I can put it.
I relayed to the group that I reckon whoever built this or contracted to get this built was somebody either proud of their heritage or a wildly traveler, because none of these things match, neither place nor timeline. Like this stuffed animal next to me is clearly from within our lifetime, but she just vaguely gestures towards the giant statue. Not in our lifetime,
Yeah.
or any lifetime of anyone we know physically.
And I will say what I just told Selena as far as the history of some of these things. Othwin, you're the exclusion to this, and Dax would be the exclusion to this, but Alexander, Basil, Grigor, you three 100% know the same thing. You know that dragons are not common. You know that celestials haven't been seen or heard from in and or around this continent as far back as anyone can remember. That information would also be something you guys would know.
This does not scream bandit leader made this place. They've taken this, or at least renting it.
Everybody go ahead and roll me let's do a perception check, please.
Oh, that was almost the one. I'm glad it isn't.
The dice really want to tell me a story.
I don't know what that story is yet, but we'll figure it out.
I don't remember when I gave Basil a bardic inspiration, but it only lasts for 10 minutes, so
I'll go ahead and remove it.
it might no longer be actions.
Yeah,
I went
think-
ahead and removed it.
I think the bardic inspiration at this point would have faded because you said it lasts for 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, between the amount of time, if I recall, when it was cast, between now, it'd be a little over 10 minutes for sure, at least. Okay.
I'm pretty sure I cast it back then.
Alexander, Dax, and Othwin, you guys would hear the sound of a different set. You'd hear a different set of conversation. This one sounds a little more. How do I put this? The first set of conversation that you guys were overhearing, specifically Othwin, you definitely heard a conversation that was happening that was more intense, that was one-sided, that was a little bit scary. And then this new conversation that you guys start to hear is a little bit quieter, sounds like multiple parties, and it sounds a little more laid back. And it's coming from the same direction of the house, on this far side of the house, but Othwin, it doesn't sound like it's coming from the same spot. And then Othwin, as you get closer to this side of the hall, you can still hear a conversation that's happening muffled from this side of the chamber, but now you hear sounds coming from this side.
I'm gonna hover behind the bird. As a, like, not actually hover, I can't fly, but...
I'm sorry, say that again, my wife just got home.
Oh, I'm gonna, like, hover around the bird
Okay.
general area. Like, obviously not physically hover, I can't cast fly yet, but...
Sure. So yeah, and then Alexander, you would have heard, you're with 22, your fine-tuned hearing just kicks in and you realize, wait a minute, I'm hearing multiple people, and actually from where you're standing, you also hear the sound of what could be, you hear the sound of this. You hear what sounds like small rocks colliding with each other coming from the other side of this door. And by this door, just in case you didn't see, basically that door right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're hearing sounds coming from here and from over here, from two different directions here. Othwin, as you get to this end of the chamber, you easily hear sounds coming from this door and sounds coming from this door. You don't hear anything coming from here. And Talina, as you follow her, even with your 9, you now can hear two distinct conversations that are happening. They're just coming from these two different doors. I'd say Basil and Grigor. I mean, you guys hear noises. You guys just can't tell. They're just very muffled, and you can't quite pick up where they're coming from. You're maybe a little distracted by Dax's newfound friend.
Trying to make sure the dog stays quiet.
The dog is panting and is just kind of walking around following Dax and following you guys, but isn't barking or making too much noise yet.
Basil's going to cautiously move ahead, not too far, basically at this base of the statue, kind of keeping ready to maybe tuck behind the statue if there's enough room.
There's nowhere to really tuck. Basically, the pedestal extends almost like there's a couple inches between the banister and the pedestal, but not enough that you could fit in. And the same goes on the other side. However, on the other side, it basically the stairwell. You could basically go under it, but you're not going to really be tucked anywhere except for maybe like from this side you'd be shielded, but you'd have to kind of like tuck in like this. But it's a very, very, very large statue.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's essentially 5, 10. It's about 20 feet across. It's almost 10 feet deep, and it's about 30 to 40 feet high because of the second story. What's everybody doing? You guys want to go investigate anything or check anything out?
Would anyone, by absolute pure chance, happen to be looking at Merrick right now?
I'm paying too close attention.
Yeah.
Basil was mostly paying attention to the area where the sounds were coming from, so...
Yeah, and I think, you're kind of in charge of Dax tonight, so I don't know if Dax would be looking at you or examining something else. Dax's perception, she did pick up on other sounds coming from this side of the house. I would say, actually, based on where she was standing, she would have heard the faint sound of the same kind of clacking.
This stuff on the right?
Uh-huh, that's the clacking sound that you would have heard. This is where she was standing.
All right. I think what will happen from my end is if both of them heard it.
Mm-hmm.
I know, like, Dax moved forward a bit before that perception check, but she would look back kind of at the door since that's where some of that stuff is coming from. And then Merrick would have caught her glimpse and kind of gestured to her, see if she can get attention of the rest of the party and kind of let them know that something's going on there, because clearly they're focused on the other end of the room.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what she's going to try to do while Merrick continues to stay there and kind of pay close attention to the door specifically, make sure like it doesn't open or anything.
Okay, and I assume that Dax would be doing it kind of quietly.
Yeah, she would kind of scooch like a little bit to the left and maybe tap Grigor on the shoulder. Without saying anything, just in case.
Okay.
And gesture him at that door as well. With kind of... I don't know how to describe it, but like
hand
vague gestures that there's something that way.
Okay. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and roll a performance check for Dax before we see how this will go. Oh, beautiful. Okay. So Grigor and by extension Basil, because of where you two are at, you would 100%. I mean, if you were looking at Daxori, you would be able to deduce what she's trying to relay. You would understand that she's gesturing in a certain way. She's indicating that there's noises coming from this direction as well. And based on that performance, it wouldn't be ambiguous or vague. You would know what she was saying.
Okay. Oh?
Oh, whoa, what's this? Not Shadow coming in here just to tell me I'm playing Dax wrong already.
Oh, Neon.
Hmm.
The overlay now works for everyone suddenly.
Huh.
Oh, did it kick? Oh, it did kick. Okay, well, there you go. Maybe the rate limiting got turned off. Okay, hold on. Let's.
I looked down to see if Daxori's thingy worked. I was like, wait, hold up.
Some of us have backgrounds and some of us don't. That's weird.
Dax's wouldn't work because.
Oh, I know why.
Shadow's not in voice chat, but Othwin's is.
And Shadow's now in voice chat.
Oh! I didn't. Oh, because I have it. Oh, hello, Shadow.
Yeah,
I
that's
said
probably who I
hi.
started working.
I didn't realize. I thought you were making. Never mind. I didn't understand the context. I can't see Discord right now. Let me do this then. I will turn off. Wait, Bastos is working. Okay, so we'll turn off that. We'll turn off that. And we'll turn off that. Look at that. Everything's working. We love that.
Shadow is talking in the table chat.
That I can see. Yes, must protect dog. Dog is good. Dog is still safe. Cool. Okay. Just in case, Shadow, Jesse does have ownership of your token. In case, just in case. Sweet. Love it.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So yeah. So with that, you guys have now recognized that there is
I shall
there's
close
noise.
her sheet now.
Yeah. There's noise coming. Okay. So to clarify, since Shadow's just joining, at least on perception, everything. You and at this point, the entire group, for various reasons, has that is, I couldn't agree more. Basically, you guys know that there's noise. There's like rock on rock clattering noises coming from this door, off to your right. You know that there is mixed conversation of kind of a low intensity coming from this general direction. And there's another conversation with a louder, more booming voice, and it's more one-sided and a little more intense coming from this door. What is everybody going to do?
I'm keeping an eye on the 3 doors to see if I can see like their handles or knobs turning.
Okay.
As well as keeping an eye on Burp to see if she's going towards one of them.
Okay. I will tell you without rolling for anything, none of the doors are moving. There's no shadows coming from underneath the door. There's nothing to indicate that the doors are going to open anytime soon. I'll give you that much. I will say, actually, without rolling, that you do see the soft glow of some sort of firelight coming from underneath this door frame right here, which is going to be this door for chat to be able to see. Actually, let me just zoom out for chat here so that they can see what we're dealing with here. Here we go. This door here, you can see soft glow of firelight coming out. There's no light coming from underneath this door. And for Jesse, for Alexander and for Daxori, you guys do see a very faint glow of light coming from beneath this door, but it's much dimmer than any of the other doors.
Got it.
Okay. What do we do?
Does the door to my immediate left have a keyhole?
They all have keyholes.
I'd like to peek through the hole of key
Okay. Roll me a perception check, please.
quietly. Perception, persuasion. Okay, well, fine, then I don't see shit.
No, it's not that you don't see shit. You look through it, and from the angle that you're able to look through the hole, it's a small keyhole, and you're not able to see a whole heck of a lot. You could see light coming through it, so you can tell there is some sort of light there. And what you can kind of make out is what might be, from this angle, it could be a body, it could be a person, maybe it could be something else. Is that a table? Is it a chair? Is it a crate? You can't quite tell. It's a weird angle.
Can I tell if the light source is like at shoulder level or way higher? Like, is it a wall-mounted thing or something on the table?
It's something else.
Oh, curious. Also, Burp will apparently stay with me, so I'm gonna assume that one is either sitting on shoulder or sitting next to.
Yeah, I got her. Okay. What do?
Yes, many doors. Do we pick a door?
I love the D&D stereotype that is the almighty door, and how everybody reacts almost the same way to a door. I love it.
I mean, I once stabbed a door because it kept yelling at me.
You also ripped the door off the hinges and beat people to death with it. I don't want to hear it from you, dude. You rewrote the rules on D&D doors, like.
I'm just really creative with Tavern Brawler.
Clearly.
Well, let's go peek at the other door. You said all of them at keyhole, so I'm gonna peek through this one as well.
Okay, yeah. Roll me a perception check. If Grigor, if you're gonna peek through that one, also roll me a perception check.
Okay, well, fine. I still don't see shit.
Nope. Basically, all you can see through this one is the room is very, very dark, and all you can tell is there's the soft glow of some sort of light that is illuminating a part of the room, but you can't make it out. It's too dark. Even with your dark vision, it's just the angle of everything just is a little. It just can't quite make it out.
Can I tell roughly how far away the far wall is?
No,
like
too
if I
dark.
look straight ahead.
Nope.
Too dark.
Well, too dark mixed with the fact you're looking through a keyhole.
Right.
And you rolled a 2.
Boom. 4, technically.
Yeah, Grigor, your room, you can tell that by looking through it, even with it's too dark. 17, obviously, you're clear. You're pretty certain that you're looking through the keyhole, but it's too dark. There's no light coming from the other side of this room. But what you can tell is that it's obviously there's some natural light from the light coming from your room that you're in and everything. What you can tell is it's a very small room. It's only it looks like some sort of like a pass-through chamber. It's only about 10 feet wide. So I will say this: as Othwin and Talina, where you're standing, you hear what sounds like footsteps from this door over here. It doesn't sound like it's coming to the door, but you can hear the sound of footsteps on the other side of the door.
I'm gonna look over my shoulder at Giger, and I can motion him to step out of the direct line of sight of this door, so I'm gonna try to go through.
This door here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to go south.
Go for it.
Maybe like gently nudge Burb towards the wall next to me, so one tile south. If
Okay. As the door swings open, the room lets in the light from the adjoining chamber, as well as you can see a single candle burning on the stand next to you. And it's not a very large chamber, about 20 feet by 20 feet. And it's dark, except for that single candle, and it seems to be some sort of a lounge or sitting area. There's yet another sort of hunting trophy that you can see immediately to your left. Looks like some sort of large oxen-like creature that's a little bit taller than a standard oxen. Has long, kind of sits up a little bit taller. It has some skinnier legs, but has very large horns coming off the head of it. There's some sort of large, strange, sort of sword-like object that seems to be sitting on top of a pedestal, but it looks like it's probably not a real sword. It looks like it's probably fake. You assume that, well, if it was a real sword, it would probably have been taken by now, so it's clearly not of any value or actual, like, threat. But it just appears to be some sort of an empty room with another door that you can immediately see to your forward left.
Okay, Talena literally just stepped past that wall, so she would remember. But there wasn't a door along this wall, right? It's kind of hard to see now with the map darkened.
No, like you mean like a
there's no door here.
No, there was the tiger statue that you were looking at.
Gotcha. Right.
Yep.
So this is not a look back at it. Well, it's good to know.
Actually, I will tell you this. I'm sorry. Actually, I forgot. I realized I didn't. Did I set this up right? Oh, I think I did. You can tell.
It's a window. I can't see through.
You can tell that it's a window. It's just I mean, obviously it's nighttime, so it's dark outside. You see kind of the window has like dust and cobwebs over it. So, and it like accumulation. So the light coming through is kind of distorted, but it is a window.
Oh, hey, look! I can. Oh no, I see a person.
So as you step up to the window, you can see through the window outside, which this is some sort of a porch or deck of some kind. You see the moon letting light through a cloudy night, and you can see that there is kind of like firelight that's coming through from around the corner. It seems to be some sort of torch or something that's outside. It's illuminating the deck, and you can see the back of what appears to be one of the guards, one of the low hood guys that are standing outside.
Is he facing?
He is
the
facing.
building,
No, he's
or
facing away.
away?
You're looking at his back.
He's facing away.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Right. Well, he could also be facing that way. Is what I meant.
Yeah. No, they are. He is facing this way. Yeah.
Good. I will relay this to Barb and Grigor behind me, but holding the one finger up like I have been doing. And then like putting both my middle finger and index finger underneath my eyes and like pointing in the direction he's facing.
Okay, I'd say that at this point you wouldn't need to roll a performance check on that because you guys have kind of done this sort of symbol before. So.
Yeah, we've established the song and dance.
Yep. What's everybody else doing?
If I could
Since
Foundry, I would tell you what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah, I saw that
Mhm.
it booted you out of Foundry. Is something happening?
I have no clue.
Oh, looks like it just let you back in. We'll give it a second and see if it lets you. While we're waiting, what was Basil saying? What was Basil about to do?
Noticing that people went through this door, Basil is going to be approaching this side of the room.
Okay.
And just kind of
Okay.
peeking in the door as well.
So as you stand there, you can see what they can see in the room, and you can see all the way across to where you can see that there's a window that looks out onto a large deck. You can see moonlight coming in from it. You also hear the sound of shuffling footsteps and soft conversation, muffled, obviously, coming from behind this door. And at this point, you can hear multiple voices now having a conversation through this door, more muffled than the other one. It sounds more distant. While you're Shadow, can you see Foundry now?
Yes.
Okay, what's Dax doing?
Dax is gonna slowly make waving kind of the dog to follow behind her.
Okay.
gonna go kind of against the wall and kind of just go over to where everyone else is.
Okay. Yeah, and the dog follows with a very hungry look on his face.
She's gonna turn around and she's gonna give him another treat.
Okay. He takes it very gladly, and he kind of plops down on his. He goes prone basically, and starts eating his little treat. Jesse, what's Alexander still doing? What's he up to?
He still is at the door.
Is he doing anything with the door?
Is the sound still coming from there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's every
Has
couple of moments you hear the sound of like clacking, like rock on rock, essentially. Like two. hard objects
See if I
bumping
can do the same thing to others. Then can I peek through the hole for the keyhole?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
The hole for the keyhole.
The hole for the key, the keyhole.
Perception.
Yes.
No.
Okay, yeah. So as you peek through the keyhole, it's
Peekaboo.
dim. It's dimly lit. You have dark vision, so you can see a little bit more than you possibly could have. But what you're looking at directly in front of you as you start to kind of squint is you can see the side profile, the right side profile, so the right side of somebody, standing, leaning over, like basically standing perfectly perpendicular to you. So you're looking straight at their right side of their body, and they're kind of hunched over a little bit, and they're leaning with one hand out in front of them. The other hand, it looks like they're holding a stick, and they're holding a stick towards the table, and they're moving it back and forth.
Moving the stick or the table?
The stick. The stick is moving, like they're holding it firm with one hand and sliding it forward and basically, you can. I mean, to be perfectly blunt, it looks like they're playing billiards. And as you, I mean, with a keyhole, you don't have a lot of perspective, so you can't see a whole heck of a lot. But as you can kind of tell that there's a table or something in front of them, and there is a soft glow of firelight coming from the very far right side of the room, way out of your vision.
God fucking give. Okay. Even though it's a keyhole, my perception roll is mid. Can I make out if they have the bad guy clothes?
It's pretty dim, but you can't be certain, but he does look like he's wearing a hood.
Still says. Okay.
The bad guy clothes. Is he wearing the bad guy uniform?
Yeah.
Okay, does it say bad guy in like?
Yeah, no, he's not wearing a "Hello, my name is Henchman" sticker on his chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, does he have a Vader helmet? I mean...
No, you don't hear "Luke, I am your father" coming from the other room or any of that stuff.
Where are my spells? Okay, I found them. Oh, I don't have the spell that I wanted. Well, okay, cool. All right, cool. I'm gonna move this way. Oh, freaking move. Fingers. And I'm gonna put out the torch that's right here with the magic spell.
Out it goes. And you are now basically in darkness on this side of the room.
Yep. And I continue, let's say, up to the edge here. Would anyone pay attention to me as I walk up? I am being quiet, though, kind of.
Would any of them, like any of your party members, hear you? Is that
Yeah.
Oh, are you trying to be stealthy? Are you trying to avoid detection?
Oh, I'm not trying to avoid detection by them. I have been kind of slowly, stealthily walking away from the door,
Sure.
but
Well,
not
basically-
so much anymore.
Yeah, so basically, just for clarification's sake, because of your guys' really good stealth roll last session when you first entered this floor, I'm assuming that basically everyone is moving stealthy and quiet, unless you do something like you tell me you do something that would cause noise, or until I have you guys roll another stealth check. It is presumed that everybody is moving stealthily as of right now, so you're good there.
All right, what I'm for the finals, basically, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna walk up here, and oh, freaking clickety! Okay. I'm gonna kind of quietly try to say, at least one behind that door. Don't know if he's a friend or enemy.
Behind which door? I'm sorry. Oh, you tell them. I'm
Well,
sorry.
I basically, yeah,
Sorry, I
them.
missed
I
that.
tell it to them, and I basically point back at the door, which is probably no longer visible because I put the light out. But yeah. So I guess from this distance, I would probably say it loud enough for just the 3 people in the room with me to hear it.
Okay, at this point, you guys would hear another set of sounds coming from basically this door and from this direction. You hear, it sounds like,
We're still looking for those blueprints, right? What is this candle sitting on?
it's like a little bookshelf, like a little tiny bookshelf.
Was that
Basil?
drawers or is it all open face? Sorry.
It's empty. It's open face, but it's empty.
I gotcha.
Basil's going to approach this door and
Okay.
do the whole peeky peek thing.
Okay, I'll have you roll me a perception check. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the same deal where you can pick up, by looking through it, you can see that there is sort of a dim glowing light that is flickering and it is, illuminating some of what you're seeing, but you can't really make out it because it's a keyhole, so you don't really have a lot of angles. And when you look in, you realize there's not a lot of light here, and you can't really make out much. And then you realize something that the other didn't realize when they were looking through this keyhole. That's a wall in front of you. It's basically about 5 feet to the wall, and then you can see there's a corner, like to the left of it, and then it goes into a larger room. But you can't, from this angle, make out. It's a keyhole. You can't make out much.
So it's some sort of landing for the room. I don't know if that's the proper term, but that's
As
what
you're
I'm
looking
using.
through the keyhole, you do see what appears to be like, you don't see someone, but a shadow goes like across the keyhole, as if somebody just walked in front of and out, like basically like through the like in front of the light source, wherever this light source is, and cast a shadow on the keyhole from however the angles of light are in this room, and you can hear the sound of footsteps moving through the room, and then they
Which
stop.
direction do they sound like they're going?
It sounds like left to right, and the shadow kind of mimicked that movement. Like the shadow kind of went from left to right, and then you don't hear the footsteps anymore.
Can you delete that thing? I don't know why my measurement. Oh, that's the tool I want.
So I can't
So
really see what
this direction.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. But it was
Okay.
distant. You didn't see someone. You just saw the shadow, and the footsteps sounded distant.
Okay. Got it. Seeing as there's hardly anything to see through that one, try going to the other one.
Okay. This was the one Grigor looked through earlier. So, Grigor, did you relay any information to the group on what you saw or didn't see through that keyhole?
Not yet, but when Grigor sees Batsu heading to that door, he moves to let him know that it's probably similar to the room we went through to get into the foyer.
So you'd approach Basil to say that? Okay. Basil's still going to take a peek,
I'm not
just out of curiosity.
That's fine. I'm not going to make you roll for it, because Grigor already did. And as you peek through the hole, you see the same thing. You see darkness. There's no light, but you can kind of make out the faintest, like, it's dark, but you can make out the faintest, like, that's not a very big room. That looks like it's maybe 10 feet across. And what appears to be, it could be another door, but you're not sure.
Okay. Basil suddenly realizes that the other side of the room is now dark.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you were in the room when Alexander snuffed the light out, so you would have been able to deduce that.
I kind of want to send Basil to check the staircase. Do that or not? How do I flip the coin again?
You can just do roll.
1DC.
Yeah, 1DC, and it'll flip a coin.
Heads I do it, tails I don't.
And you rolled it properly, so we'll never know.
Yep.
Never know. It's a 1, so
Tails.
is that tails? Okay.
If you open it up, it says H. It counts the number.
Heads. Okay, so yeah, I said heads, then
Okay.
I go check the staircase.
Okay. So, obviously, it's very dark for you and Grigor. And you can make out, and I will say, you guys both will be able to see the faint flicker of light coming from the next floor. So it's only dark, basically, on this lower level, and you can see that there is sort of light that's projecting from up above, kind of down onto the upper side of the staircase, from what you can tell, despite the fact that the statue's in the way. But, you know, obviously right now it is pretty dark for you two.
Carefully take some steps onto the staircase, making sure that it doesn't make super squeaky noise.
Okay. I will have you, Grigor, are you following him?
Yes, and
Okay.
just as carefully.
Okay. I will
Basically, trying the first or second step and seeing if it squeaks. If it
Okay.
starts to creak or anything, immediately backing off.
Okay. I want you guys both to roll me stealth checks, please. Not privately.
Dang it. I still have that turned on. There we go.
Ooh, okay. Okay, all right. So, Basil, you start to walk up the first couple of stairs, and doesn't seem to be squeaking. Seems to be like the stairs were made pretty well, and at least maintained mostly well from the sound of it. Grigor, you kind of are following, and you're focusing so closely on the steps beneath you that you actually bump into the back of Basil because you're not paying attention to him. You're paying attention to the steps to make sure you don't miss a step. And there's a slight kind of sound as you kind of bump into him, back step up a little bit. Basil, you kind of take a side step from him. But beyond that, the stairs do not make any sort of squeaky noise.
Waiting for any responsiveness from the noise that we made. Either from said door over here, or from the group. Or from up the staircase.
I'm gonna stand in this doorway until Burp gets.
As you guys kind of have this little scuffle on the stairs, mildly, it's nothing crazy. You hear the sound of something moving from on the top of the stairs, and it sounds like just kind of like a shuffling kind of sound, and then you hear.
Oh, great. Basil's going to motion at Grigor to back up and return to the group. And then slowly take steps away from the staircase. and try to make it back to the group as well. Getting about that far.
Okay. And yeah, as you guys are kind of backing up. Hang on a second.
Why is Grigor's vision cone so big? Is he still holding a torch?
Yeah, he's got a 10-foot light around him.
Well, he shouldn't have a torch. Oh, yeah, he has a torch.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna whisper, like, Merrick and ask if he knows what's behind door number 2 and 3, and as she says 2 and 3, she, like, puts a thumb over her shoulder to point at the door behind her, and then her index finger to the left, point at the door up and that way.
Oh, to the top left, he's gonna shake his head. And then he'll say, all I know is behind the door there, and he points all the way to the right, which I freaking...
On?
There, yeah, I don't know how to ping. Basically, he points there. I saw one through a keyhole, don't know who.
Was it not? Is tied that derpy tonight that Merrick was not the one looking at the other 2 doors? Well, let's pick a direction and head places. We can't exactly stay here. I think that way is the front door, as she points at the open door.
Where exactly were the thuds and like the loud conversation coming from?
1 second. Okay, there you go. Grigor, you're fixed. Okay. So the thuds and like kind of more intense conversation was happening from this direction, so from this door. Kind of, and then the other sounds were coming from this door, and then obviously the sounds you heard originally were coming from this door.
Yeah.
If that clarifies that at all.
Yeah. Well, then I'm gonna step a step closer to this one.
Okay.
Let's go. Somebody making a choice.
And as you get closer, actually, I'll say at this point. Hello?
Hello.
What the heck? There we go. Yeah, at this point you hear another and
You being specifically Merrick or everybody in this area?
no, everybody in that area. I mean,
Okay, I
Merrick
have
here's
to
a little
ask,
bit clearer, but
this-
I mean, the room. You gotta remember, this house is basically dead silent except for the noises that you're hearing. So what you guys like, you guys have gotten so used to the silence. When something does start to pique your interest as far as sound, you all kind of hear it in various levels at this point.
Based on the noises that I was just provided, does that sound like a person with like a gag person making noises, or does it sound like a dog?
No. It sounds like muffled yelling because I'm trying to like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It sounds.
So it's like it's just very far. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's something is muffling the sound between the source of it and what you're hearing. It doesn't sound like someone is like gagged. Sorry. I just realized how small Talina's token is compared to everybody else.
I've been saying this a couple of weeks ago, a couple of sessions ago. My token is
Tiny.
small.
I didn't realize it was that small. Hang on.
So tiny.
Is my token size set to small, maybe?
No, it's not.
Smolicus. Gotta get on that protein.
There we go.
I'm gonna redrag your token to the. Oh, there it goes.
I fixed it.
I did
just
too,
scaled
so.
the image by 1.1.
Oh well, you don't need to do that because it's fine. It's fine for now. It's fine. Anyways, continue.
Because I'm terrific at paying attention. Was this door peaked? by somebody else?
All of these doors
Or
have
not
been
yet?
peeked by somebody at this point.
Okay, cool. Well, you know what? Ah, fuck. As Merrick kind of reaches for the door, he's also gonna whisper to Talina. Could you get that light for us? And points at the one light still on.
She snaps her fingers and the torch goes out.
Out it goes.
And I shall open the door.
Okay.
The
Door
door is
Vassal's-
opened.
Vassal's going to be slowly walking back to the group because lights out.
Because yeah, lights
Door.
out. Yeah, because now you're like, I can't see anything.
Mommy, I'm scared.
Yep. Door opens and basically, so
Does it creak?
it creaks a little bit, but doesn't creak very loud.
Very cool.
And as it swings open, from your angle, you can immediately see a wall, like some sort of like table that's got a bunch of dust and stuff on it, and a wall, and then there's like a little bit of empty space, and there's a pot with a very dead plant in the corner, and that's it. Like cobwebs and dust everywhere, but there's not a lot in here. It's basically like a cupboard sort of thing. That's just, and the couple doors are missing from it, and it looks like it's picked clean. And then on the other side of the room, there is another door. And Talina, you can see this as well as, and Othwin. Wait, I thought Othwin had dark vision.
She's supposed to.
Why do things keep breaking?
Have you? Oh, because the backup. When we restart the backup, that was
thought
probably
I
pre-token
thought we
fixes.
fixed it though.
Did we fix it?
Yeah, because I'm looking at her
After-
token right now, and it has
We-
dark
we
vision,
fixed
60 feet
mine.
enabled. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to tell you.
okay, there we go. I fixed it. That was weird. Yeah. Oh, you have 40 feet of dark vision, not 60 feet. Let me fix that.
I steps in. Oh,
Okay. Yeah, and it's a
I
very.
can see through the wall to my right.
It's a very. Oh, you can.
Yes, I see the stairs leading
Oh,
up.
hold on. I see it.
Oh yeah, that is brooked.
Oh man, I can't cheat anymore. I shouldn't have said it.
There you go. I mean, yeah, this is your fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
And yeah, it's
peak
I'm
time
gonna-
again.
Okay, so this one does also have a keyhole, and as you peek through this one, I do need you to go ahead and roll your perception check. And I'm gonna give you advantage on this one.
Oh woo.
Carefully keeps an eye on the dog in the dark. The dog has finished its snack, and it stands back up and looks very
Nat
content.
20.
Wow. Okay. So, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm not gonna whisper this to you because whispers for this sort of stuff gets a little bit weird. But only Alexander can see this. As you peek through the keyhole, you see the room is dimly lit, but it's much more lit than others. Than the other rooms that you guys have looked at. Multiple sources of candlelight. From your angle, you're very limited, but what you can see is immediately on the other side of this rather large room that's probably about 30 feet across, you see a dog similar to the one Dax has found that is laying on its belly in the corner looking out a window. You can see very large kind of bay windows across the way, and it's kind of looking out the window, kind of outside. You see a large table that you can't see with your limited vision because of the keyhole. You cannot see the end of it to the right. You can see that the end of it for the left is in front of you, and you can see several chairs are kind of placed around it, and you can see at least one person sitting at the table on the far side of the table looking to your right. So looking to his left, your right, at somebody on the other side of the room. You can't make out any more detail from that based on your angle, but what you can tell is based on sitting here looking, you also can hear because you're so close, and you're hearing the sound of a deep, kind of a loud, deep voice, which I'm really bad at deep voices, so you're going to have to apologize. But it sounds kind of like this. And you hear the sound of this conversation that's happening, and from this position, you can actually hear the conversation. So what I'm going to do is, again, this is actually, I will say that Talina, you'd be able to hear this because of where you're standing, because you're right next to the door and you have elven ears. Grigor, you'd hear part of this, but not the whole thing. And as you get to the door and you're kind of glancing around, you hear... even better. Yeah, so there you go. So you get there and you hear this, like I said, this deep, this low voice. And you hear, "You are just fortunate that we retrieved those plans when we did." And then it goes quiet for a second. And then you hear a different voice of someone that you can't see. And it's, "So you don't understand. We were told that there was the shipwright would be alone with his workers. No one said nothing about guards or mercenaries showing up."
Are you seriously giving me the lip right now, Abner? You fled like a roach, and you expect me to what, give you praise?
I fled because I was either going to get back here to alert you what happened or die from on those docks.
Enough.
Loud, and the voice booms very loud. I can't get the same volume, I apologize, but it booms through the room for a second. Everyone gets quiet.
The important thing is we have the schematics now, and you are lucky to be alive. And you're lucky you're not in more trouble right now.
And there's an awkward silence for a few moments.
Now, the important thing is the courier will be here in the morning, as soon as sun comes up. He will take the plans off to our employer. I am sure Nelroth will be pleased as that he's gotten what he's paid for.
And then you hear the sound of movement, like a chair being scooted across the floor.
I'll be all happy when this contract is done and that egomaniac is over and done with dealing with us.
And then you hear another and that was a completely different voice, and you can't see who said it, but it sounded like it was closer to you. Ain't that the truth? But until then, I'm gonna have to lay back down. Those bastards did a number on me. And then you basically hear the sound of another chair moving, and then you hear slight footsteps. And as you're sitting there watching, you see a heavily limping and very wounded low hood member walking across your vision, like straight across in front of you. So the guy you saw sitting in the chair is looking at him walk behind him, and he walks behind the chair, walks from right to left, and then he starts walking towards your door, and you hear the footsteps getting closer. And right before he's about to get to the door, and you start to have the oh shoot, he immediately turns to his right, and you see him go to what you now realize is a set of doors immediately to the left of your door. He opens it, walks in, and closes the door. And you hear the footsteps kind of get a little distant. And after that happens and the room goes quiet for a moment, you hear a couple more chairs kind of shift, but this time you hear more footsteps, and they're heavy footsteps.
Question.
Okay, go for it.
When me and Dax were out having fun, potentially dying to like 24 of these fucks, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was a big dude with him, and he gave him commands and shit. Does it sound to me like the same voice from back then?
From the alley running?
Yeah.
Yes, it sounds like the same voice. And
nice.
as you start to make this connection in your head, and you're kind of looking down, and you kind of go, okay, wait, and you look back through the keyhole, you see that same individual you saw from the alley running walk across your vision in the same direction, but this one time, instead of coming towards you, he walks to what you now recognize is another door in the far left corner that you hadn't seen before behind the dog. Opens the door, and you see him disappear behind the door, and you hear it close.
All right. Can I tell how many light sources? Or okay, no, I can't tell that. But like how bright is the room?
It's bright because you can tell that there's multiple light sources from the room. They still have like the flickering, but you can't tell. Again, it's a keyhole. You can't see a lot of details beyond your immediate vision right in front of you.
All right, cool.
After the large creature that you saw, and to remind people, basically what you saw was a tall half-orc, green skin with huge metal pauldrons on his shoulders, leather straps across his chest, big belt, kind of like a battle tunic sort of, or like a battle not a tunic, kind of like almost like a kilt kind of deal. I can't think of what it's called. With huge sword strapped to his side, and a bunch of daggers and stuff. Like, basically, he just looks kitted for battle. That's what you saw walk in front of you, and it was the exact same image that you and Dax saw while you guys were running through the alleys. And he was just who walked through that door. After a couple of moments, after you kind of make this connection, and again, Talina, you're hearing this. You're not seeing this, but you're hearing all of this happen. You then hear, for coming from the other side of the door,
Well, now that he's gone, what are we gonna do about that little runt we have down in the basement?
I'm not really sure, man. Do we know where he came from? And you can, and as you look through, the guy that you can see who's sitting in the chair, who kind of facing you, is now the one that he was the second voice. He was the one who's talking. So basically, you can see that there's two people in this room that are communicating. One you can't see, one that you can, but they're talking across the table. And basically, they go on to talk about how they found what you can presume to be Spitwick down in the catacombs, and they just are discussing like what to do with them, and they're kind of kicking ideas back and forth.
I do kind of get out from the keyhole, no longer looking through it.
Okay.
Look at Talina. You heard all that, right?
Yes.
She
Talina.
smiles, and if you didn't know any better, you swear she was wearing purple makeup or lipstick. She's like mentally preparing to unleash some spells onto them. Oh, I heard, and I reckon it's time to get those blueprints. She's not saying this in full voice.
Yeah.
Stage whisper.
Well,
I need bad cop. And just look over and see if I can see Daxari from anywhere here.
Well, you can't from your angle, but if you're looking like the ethereal distance of where you know that Daxori is.
Yeah. Unless you're volunteering.
If you do look over towards Daxori, the only thing you're gonna see is a tiefling with fiery orange hair loving on a dog, whispering to him to try and calm him down.
He is
I
loving
mean, she is
every
quite
second.
far from us.
She is not being very bad cop at the moment.
She is loving all of the dog is loving all the scritches from her right now.
Yeah, I can see basically anything to the left of that line. So I'm assuming I can't see.
No. Othwin, Grigor, and Basil can.
Where is the bad cop anyway?
In kind of response to that, Mary's gonna say, I think we're past that. They get no mercy. The Team Growling voice
Info that
refer us their boss. I've seen him before in the alleyway. He's the one giving all the orders.
Yeah, but
We take him out here and now.
Is he making the orders or is he relaying the orders? I did hear the word employer.
Either way, he's the one with all the answers.
Yeah. So we get answers and then blood's on his hands at this point.
Merrick's also going to point down. Well, on our map down. He's going to point to roughly in this direction. I think that room there might be connected to this right here as well. We're bursting. We're going to have to watch all sides anyway. Are you ready?
Are you relaying any of this to the rest of the group?
Nope.
I gotta say right
For now, just me and Talina, and I guess Athwin would be able to hear.
Well, it's
Sorry, Grigor, yeah.
Say Grigor would be able to hear you guys because he's standing right next to you. Othwin and Basil would be question marks on what you guys are relaying to them.
Yeah, I don't know how close to the door they are, so I'm definitely not projecting my voice like 15 feet away.
Basil's kind of looking at Burb and can't see through door. So it dark.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like you can see shadows, Basil. Like I basically tell you, you can see Talina's shadow right there. you can see that Grigor's standing in the doorway, and you know that, and that's Merrick's shadow. So you can see their silhouettes because you're not blind. It's just
You know
video
what
game
I'm gonna.
mechanics.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
Can I actually
actually-
get a use out of a useless spell?
Actually, Basil would be able to see Telena's lips move.
Freaking! I didn't mean to do that. It keeps.
Just
I
glowing purply.
Alright.
If you want to just read the pop-up middle click.
Prestidigitation's not a useless spell.
No, it's the most versatile of cantrips there is.
Yeah, it really is.
Except for in combat. In combat, it's useless, but that's what you got vicious mockery for.
If I'm in
Or
the doorway,
Firebolt.
would Athwin hear?
I mean, at the doorway, I assume. Yeah, I'm assuming you're standing in the doorway, right? Not all the way on the other room still.
Yeah.
It's just because.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
towel in
Yeah.
between.
Yeah, you
There is-
basically you would be able to hear them whispering. Depending on how loud of a whisper they are, would depend on how much you could hear. But you are a burb, so you're going to be able to probably hear more than the average person. So you'd probably hear a majority of that conversation.
Nice.
the spell doesn't do what I thought it did, so I'm not gonna do that.
Blah.
Mouse, I'm gonna throw you against the wall in a minute.
Anyway, we go
No,
on, right?
I'm gonna step on the bird. I'm doing it. The bird's dead.
What are you doing? What?
Yeah.
Merrick wants to kind of step back and around and let others in on the plan before they just burst in.
The Athwin's small enough, you could just
Okay,
you
I'll
could
just
either
say- I'll
stand
just
on
say
your
Yeah.
shoe.
No, that was-
Technically-
Don't worry about video game spacing. You guys are close enough now that if you wanted to
Theater-
relay
Yeah.
information to each other, you could 100% have a conversation in relative silence here, and that wouldn't be a problem.
Plus, Athwin, you
I mean-
can share the space with her because she's tiny.
Yeah. No, I wasn't. It was an OC joke. Relax.
I figured.
I ain't killing you. Not yet.
Yeah.
I mean, you just get the chaos gremlin even faster. That's all.
I mean, basically, once Basil came in view, like you could actually hear Merrick would relay basically the big bad boss is here. The room, one of the rooms where we just came from, closest to us, might be connected to this one here, and we're about to show some action.
Hearing this, Basil ready the fancy dagger and get the stoic look on his face, but not enter his rage just yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab my lyre and basically just gesture towards Merrick to open the door for her to get shit going.
Is that-
Karen,
Dax trying to see what's going on.
No, actually. So Dax, as you are enjoying your time with your dog, you glance up and you see coming down the stairs. You see another dog going right there.
She. I can just picture this, and it's funny. She almost screams, another puppy, and she tries to get its attention by pulling out a treat and kind of throwing it in its direction.
Okay, does she actually yell out another puppy, or does she like?
No,
Okay,
no,
okay.
no.
Okay, so she just stands up and throws a treat at the dog.
She stands up, gets the biggest smile on her face, and throws another treat towards the dog to see if it would come for it.
Okay, I want you to roll. You know what? This is gonna count as a persuasion check. Yes, it's a dog, but you're trying to. Yeah, it'd be a persuasion check.
Okay. I'm gonna use my physical dice.
Have a plan, Arthur.
Dirty 20.
You rolled a dirty. Okay, wow. Okay, yeah. So you basically toss the treat and it lands kind of right about there, and the dog and it kind of perks up, and it walks over to the treat and starts nomming on the treat.
She's gonna give, we're gonna call the one that's next to her.
You named him Scorch last time.
Yeah, Scorch. And so she's gonna give another treat to Scorch.
Oh, he takes it gladly and just goes, plops down.
And lets him, she's gonna let him go prone and kind of just gnaw on it. And she's going to slowly make her way over to the other dog and just start giving him a bunch of scratches.
Okay, so as you start to scratch him, and he kind of goes, and he starts to kind of rear back a little bit and look at you, and then as you come in for the scritches, he pauses for a moment, and he lets you kind of like start to scritch, and then he sits there and lets you scritch him for a bit.
Okay, so she's just gonna sit there and scritch him while he's gnawing on his treat.
This is amazing.
Trying to get him to love her just as much.
I can honestly tell you, when I was working on this situation, the idea of you trying to tame the dog, if any of you trying to tame the dogs, was the farthest thing from my head. Anyways, while that's happening, back over to the other situation. So you guys are kind of prepping yourselves here. What are you all doing now?
I'm prepping a spell.
Okay, what are you prepping?
Yeah, I'm a spell as well.
Zone of Truth.
Ooh, okay, Zone of Truth. Talina, what are you prepping?
Sasha's hideous laughter.
Oh, geez. Okay, and then Basil, did I hear that you were raging, or you're preparing to rage?
Basil is currently stoic, but not rage stoic.
Yeah, he is preparing to rage, so he's got that stoic expression.
Okay.
Just not raging yet.
Okay.
And Ty, did you say that Talina wanted me to open the door for her, basically?
Yeah, she's like one hand on her lyre, the other hand like pointing at the doorway, but like fingers close to the strings.
Okay.
All right, but before I kick off the action, can I take 5?
Yeah, we can take a break here.
No, you don't get to roll the
you
die
got a
because we're
private
taking a
roll,
break. That's not how this works, sir.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
You say this is fine, and soon enough we're gonna enter a burning room.
No, you don't know what's gonna happen.
I mean,
it's fine.
I can make it a burning room.
Dax is like, you rang? All right, so we'll
Also, Shadow, is that GIF a very accurate description of when Dax saw the second puppy?
Pretty much.
I can't tell you how like pleasantly surprised I was with that was the direction y'all took the dogs. I'm like, I didn't expect this, but it's entertaining, so I'm here for
We're
it.
not gonna off the dogs.
I didn't say off the dogs. I just didn't expect you to try to tame the dogs.
Dax
Listen, if-
the first sees both of the, at least Scorch, maybe not the other one, but at least Scorch being her attack dog.
Jeez.
Dax beat me to it though.
I mean, you're a burb. The burb is like should be terrified of the dogs because the dogs are about twice her size.
She's from the Fae.
That's true. That's very fair.
Do you see how many terrifying things are
I
there?
forgot about that. You're like, ooh, puppy. Like,
Ooh, battle mount.
oh no. Share a little battle screech of shit and just charges in. All right, everybody go run to the restroom, get a snack. We'll be right back.
Dax is just gonna have an army of dogs now.
Oh my gosh.
You wouldn't complain.
No, no complaint.
She is gonna try and lock them into a room though, so that she can go terrorize some people and then come back to them.
Neons. Okay.
Probably not us. Not me plugging WorldSmith in chat because, Neon's like partnering with them or whatever. And I have a link for helping D&D stuff. I'm not on a marketing headspace today. Also, for those on the YouTubes, hi, it might be in the description. I don't know.
I'm back, by the way. I don't know if everybody's back.
All right, back. I had a question.
Oh, yeah, what's up?
Before I go to open the door, which way does it swing?
Before you open the door, what?
Which way does it swing? Is it outwards, or am I gonna hit Delina in the face with it?
That's a great question. Hold on. It's gonna swing. Oh, hold on. There you go. It's gonna swing like this.
Well, that's exactly what I wanted you to say.
All right, then once everyone here will blow myself up because you made a roll, and now I think I'm gonna bomb on it.
No, but as everyone starts to get back, as we pick up where we left off, you can hear that it has started raining outside.
No. Cringe. Thor's crying.
Now someone has the Ocarina of Time.
I think we're still waiting for Shadow.
Oh,
I'm in no rush.
As long as I'm out by 12, I'm in no rush.
Say again.
12.
Yeah,
How
a
many
normal
hours
stopping
from
spot.
now is
Yep.
that? Because
You're
y'all
asking me
are
to do
in
math.
summertime now, and I'm not. So I don't know. What
Well,
time is it now?
technically we're in the spring.
Skill issue. Yeah, I don't know why they keep doing that.
I got a math.
But-
Hold on.
Why, who keeps doing what?
Time
They're
change.
freaking playing with clocks. It's like, oh no, the sun's around less. You know what that means? Time literally shifted. Oh. Fucking earn up to it. So what is there's less sunlight? Oh, you pussy? Come on. You can survive.
I mean, the easiest solution would just be, hey, take the half hour in between, and next time we change clocks, everybody changes that, and that's the last time we ever change clocks.
Dude, imagine how upset the vampires are over this whole arrangement.
I may or may not have been playing a lot of V-Rising lately, and yeah, thanks for reminding me I need to fix my castle. Obviously not now. That would be rude to continue.
Young can take it.
Take what?
No, you're right.
What?
Oh, me playing V-Rising while nothing's happening.
Oh. Yeah, I haven't played that in forever. Yeah, we're just waiting for
Yeah.
Shadow.
Fair. Yeah, no, I'm not actually.
I beat that game on a regular difficulty. I beat half of it on the highest difficulty, and on the regular difficulty, I'm gonna say it was super easy, except for the last boss. The high difficulty, I don't want to find out.
Honestly, I'm just having fun with the building mechanic.
It is fun. I only wish there are some plots that are super close together, and I really wish you could connect them, and you can't, and it's upsetting.
Yeah, I think the plot I'm currently on is connected to one of the other ones. With like a small raised bit in between.
My favorite one, where I built a castle twice, is the one at the very top right of the map in the Foglands.
Oh no, I'm still on mine and the starting place thing.
Yeah, I always build mine there, even though it's far away from literally everything. I love building them there. It's really cool aesthetic. So there's like fog everywhere, and you can't see shit.
No. I'll have to go up there when I'm not like level 30.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm just testing something. Ooh, cool.
Dang dang.
You testing, giving me money.
What does this do? Ooh.
About the L ice button, it does an elemental ice effect.
I just wasn't sure what it sounded like.
I like how I can't see your cursor, but I can see the buttons you hit light up.
Wait, our JPEG? What?
What?
I'm gonna blow up this app. What the fuck?
project. Hey, can stream even hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
That's not good. I should be careful when what I say.
Well, this isn't TV, so, you know.
You can't cancel me. I'm already in Canada.
I don't know that means what you think it means, but you know what? I'm gonna just leave it with that.
I know exactly what it means. Yeah, I've been to Toronto.
Actually, yes, I have.
Okay, when?
2021? No, earlier.
No, then you must understand it. It was a shithole then.
Oh, it was. Well, fair. I've also not.
It's not
been
the
there
it's
long.
not the worst. I've been to places and I know for a fact that Toronto is not the worst place, but I've been to some good places and Toronto is not the best place. There's a reason I don't go out. There's multiple actually.
To be fair, my entire trip through Toronto was land at Toronto Airport, get in car with friend, drive over the US border.
Okay, that definitely doesn't count.
But I've been to Toronto, technically.
It counts more than just going to the Toronto airport.
I'll have you know, technically that's not even Toronto area. That far out is a Etobicoke or whatever it's called.
Yeah, but we had to go through Toronto City to get to the border. Stream keeps lagging back.
Wait.
It doesn't on my end.
It's fine for me.
I mean, I have
Yeah.
dropped some frames, but I've only dropped 0.3% during the last 2 hours, so everything seems fine for me.
Unless all of those 0.3% of the frames were the last 5 minutes. I think that is all of us back. Do we have a fox?
Ooh, what's this?
Yeah, Fox
Yeah,
is back.
okay,
We
Shadow's
were just
back.
waiting for
Fox. Cool, everyone's here. Don't apologize. It's fine.
Sweet. No, you're good. Yeah,
We
you're
good.
fine.
Okay, we're all ready to die. Let's go.
We die like men and women.
So as we get back, you guys hear that it's starting to rain outside, and from the center part of the building, you can hear it's kind of a faint sound, but you can hear the soft sound of rain starting to hit the roof, and the sound of wind slowly starting to pick up outside. Okay, so you guys are
Sorry, I
prepping
think
some
I broke
spells, I
the-
believe.
Yes, I was prepping Hades Laughter.
Okay. What are you guys gonna do?
Well, I need that door to be open because I need to see the target.
You turned me into a giggle bitch. Give me a sec. That caught me way off guard.
Jesse's in a mood today, guys. I can tell.
Dude, I'm
We
4
die like
hours
men is
sleep.
We die like men is a phrase that I've heard from the railroad a lot. And then I realized the majority of people here don't identify as male. So I needed to do a quick
I opened the
switch.
door.
You gotta move the
Oh, I
handle and
can't-
it's locked.
Oh.
What a motherfucker.
No one bothered to check.
I don't have knock, otherwise I would blast this door open. And then a second level spell slot to cast shatter either.
Is it made of wood?
It's a standard door. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
No, because
Don't,
there's a
don't
door.
forget, you have some thieves in your group.
can I do some sort of a roll to estimate how much damage this door can take?
You wanna? I'm sorry. You wanna roll the what?
I don't know, some sort of intelligence or something to just kind of know how much damage this door can take, or its lock at least.
I mean, yeah, we can.
The underlying plan is if I blast the lock with firebolt, will it be openable?
Let me see here. Hold on a second.
It'll be molten.
I mean, yeah. Well, I just the lock, but I can kick the rest of the door. I don't know.
That's the problem part, isn't it? Actually, make it a loud enough ruckus and they might open it for us.
Okay. I mean, if you want to investigate the door, I guess you can roll an investigation check and try to figure out what the resilience of this door is, I guess.
Sure. Where is okay, investigation.
Oh,
20.
yes.
You rolled so you rolled a 20. Okay.
Yeah.
You can pretty easily tell that this door is not the sturdiest of doors, but it's not the weakest either. You could probably estimate, for video game terms, it probably is going to have somewhere around 80 hit points.
How much does firebolt do? Is it on the 4?
You were kind of see Merrick start going for it and then just stop himself and look behind him at Grigor, who doesn't have night vision. Do I remember that right?
No.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he can see you. You're right next to him.
Yeah. That would have been a sound plan if we actually checked the door. Grigor, could you get it for us?
Do you need me to do it on here, or can I do physical?
You can do physical.
Wait, what's that?
Daxori is trying to get the dog to follow her, so I am having to roll an animal handling check.
Okay, would Grigor like to switch places so that we can door? Oh, alright, cool. Boink.
Okay, so Grigor, go ahead and roll me a Thieves' Tools check. And while that's happening, 15 is enough. And so the dog hesitantly follows. Not like right at your heels like Scorch was, but like at a distance is like, okay, I'm gonna follow you and see if I get more treats. Holy balls, yeah.
Speaking of 15.
You successfully unlock that door with ease and making almost no noise.
Gurgor would do a 3-finger countdown before opening the door.
Okay.
Merrick readies up a firebolt on the first enemy he sees.
All right, as you open the door swings open, and it swings open. Oh my gosh, game. Here we go. It swings open like this. So the door is now basically open right there. Like that's the door, essentially. And as it swings open, the gentleman across the table sees it open out of the corner of his eye and looks over and sees you guys standing in the doorway and goes, "What?" and pushes his chair back and starts to stand up. And I'm going to need to I'll go ahead and have you guys roll initiative.
And you got a firebolt to the face.
So,
wait a minute, can I actually reach that?
Not from where you're standing.
Yeah, not from where I'm standing.
Yep.
Oh.
So what we're going to do is... it's going
There's
to be...
no combat account for the currency.
Hold on, I'm working on it. Okay.
Also, is Grigor stepping into the room, or did you just push the door open and leave space?
Just opened the door.
Now, here's my question for you guys. As the door opens, Are you pushing open, then moving in at the same time, like trying to like burst in and catch people by surprise? Or are you just pushing the door open and like ready to see what happens?
Yeah, I was. That's why I was asking.
Yeah.
Because if he wasn't gonna step through, I was going to.
So I'll let that happen based on the fact you guys already prepared spells and already drawn your weapons and everything. If you guys want to like burst into the room like ready to go, I'll basically give you guys one full round of surprise attack.
Yeah, would.
Okay. All right,
Do I need to roll initiative since I'm just sitting here petting 2 dogs?
only because
Well,
if
given
you
the dogs
decide-
are on the.
Yeah,
initiative
only
order.
because if you want to dive into combat, I have you in the turn order. But yes, I understand that you are doing something else right now. Othwin, you do need to roll initiative as well. Oh my gosh. He rolled at disadvantage. He rolled a nat 20 and a nat 1. That is a
I'm
rough.
having
I got a 22.
Whoa! Okay.
Did I roll?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you rolled a 7 total.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's how this is going to go. Top of the round for a surprise attack, because you guys are bursting into the rooms, I'll give you guys 1 round of doing that. So it's going to be Grigor, Alexander, Talina, Othwin, Basil, because Daxor is doing something else. So it'll go in that order. Once Basil has finished, it will go to the top of the round and we'll go through normal turn order. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're going to begin combat. We're going to jump to Grigor. So Grigor, it is your turn with Alexander on deck.
I can't at all do it. Is that because of wall issues?
You're literally at a wall. Like, the door is here.
Oh, I thought the door was open.
No, the door is right here. And the door is open, but because of where you're standing, like, you don't have any visibility in the room.
Yeah.
So what's Grigor going to do?
Grigor's gonna start off with throwing a dagger at the captain that saw us.
Okay. Now, he is on the other side of a table, so technically speaking, he actually has half cover. I need to give him that. Okay. So if you want to go ahead, do you move at all, or do you just attack?
Just attack.
Okay. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Okay. So yeah. So you just burst that door open and the dagger flies across the room and lands right in his torso, and does 4 points of piercing damage. Okay, you have your movement and your bonus action. Actually, move this. There we go. Okay, so as you move into the room, you see that the other guy that you hadn't seen before the door opened is sitting, and he is, at this point, he's in like the process of trying to get out of his chair.
And that'll be it for my turn.
Okay, go ahead and end your turn. And Alexander, you're going to be up next with Selena on deck. Okay, so as you burst into the room, you see the 2 guys sitting at the table. What do you do? Not to mention the dog in the corner.
Well, the dog, nothing yet, but I am gonna step. Let's say following right behind Grigor, and then I'm gonna fireball, bolt 2 different spells. That guy who I've just selected as my target, I believe, and then I'm gonna spells, firebolt, normal. 17.
Nice. Go ahead and roll damage on that.
Fringe.
Okay, so it does hit him, and it does two points of fire damage.
Well, I don't currently have any meaningful bonus, so that's me.
Okay.
I believe I need to do something, right? I
Yeah,
need
you
to
have to hit
enter.
end
There we
turn.
go.
Yeah. All right. So it's gonna be Talina. You're up with Othwin on deck. And at this point, for the record, Basil, you can see clearly into the other room, and you can see, you hear the sound of scuffle, and you can see a dog straight across from you. I know that you don't have dark vision, so.
The candlelight at least lets me see what is coming from the room.
There you go. Sorry, slammed the door in your face. My apologies. All right, Selena, what are you doing?
Which of these two looks to be the higher ranking one?
They look like they're equal rank. They both look like they're sergeants. They have the same kind of beret sort of look on their head instead of the hood.
Okay, it's this guy, because she would have seen him first. Go. I'm like, yeah, Stash City's left with the guy across the table.
Okay.
Go screw you, cover is a saving throw. I'm assuming he has an intelligence of 4 or more.
Yes, he does. So hold on. Okay, so he is making a saving throw. Ooh, he failed.
Okay, so he has to fall prone, become incapacitated.
Okay, so hold on a second. What happens? I think if I just do this.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, so he has the effect, but you said he's prone.
He's prone.
And he's incapacitated.
Incapacitated, unable to stand up, and at the end of a turn, each time he takes damage, he can make another wisdom saving throw.
I gotta find incapacitated. There it is. Okay, so the end of his turn, he can make a wisdom saving throw.
End of his turn and when he gets attacked, yes.
Okay.
And it's concentration up to a minute.
Okay, and he's audibly laughing loudly, right?
Yeah. Everything is hilariously funny.
Okay, so you cast this. What do you say to make him laugh?
Oh, you're making me go through my vicious mockery list to see if there's a funny one. Stand by.
I mean, something's got to make him laugh.
Bazinga.
Are you a half-orc crossed with a pig? Oh yeah, there are some things a pig wouldn't do.
And he's just like, and he actually like falls over in his chair. Chair topples over. He's now on his back, laughing, holding his belly, and he's got tears rolling down his face.
Mans is having a day.
Yeah, he's having it. First it's a knife, then he gets caught on fire, then he falls to the ground laughing. All right, he also is he now has 3/4 cover because he's behind the table. So,
But he's over prone and incapacitated. So, you know, if anybody walks up to him, that's an auto crit.
Yeah, no.
it
kind of balances out at that point. All right, so what else are you going to do on your turn?
I'm going to step out of the doorway, and I don't think I have any bonus action stuffs.
Okay.
Nope, sure don't.
Okay, go ahead and end
Oh,
your turn.
healing word. None of us need it.
All right, so it's going to be Othwin's turn with Basil on deck.
I have an idea.
I'm in the room.
When it
Hi,
comes to
guys.
Basil.
Othwin's like, I'm here. All right, so Othwin, as you come in, same thing. Now, to remind you, this guy over here is from your height, is like under the table. Like you can see him underneath the table, and he's on his back laughing.
Yeah, does he have cover against Athwin, given that
No,
Athwin's
Othwin
is under
wouldn't
the
have
table?
to deal with cover. Othwin would get just a straight attack. Only Othwin. Everybody else would have to deal with that problem.
Well, he has proms, and he ranged attack is disadvantage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do what I held.
Okay, and you held zone of
In the middle of the day.
Okay, all right. So he has to make a saving throw, and he actually getting. He's disadvantaged because he's busy, right? Hang on, let me look at his effects. Because he has. What is? Hold on.
Disadvantage attack rolls. Capacitated. He can't take actions or reactions.
Okay, so basically, yeah. So he'd get essentially he'd have disadvantage on this if he's incapacitated. So he's gonna have a disadvantage on saving throw, and then this guy's just gonna have a straight roll. Okay, so this guy fails. And actually, they both fail. So they both fail. Okay, so what does that mean?
They can't knowingly tell a lie.
Okay, all right, sounds good. I'll try to remember that. I'll leave that little zone up for now. Okay, so you cast Zone of Truth on the two of them. Now what?
I'm gonna or bring up my character sheet. There we go.
Okay.
And done.
Okay. So now it's going to be Basil, you're up, and then it's going to be the top of the round in Daxori. It's technically going to be your turn. You can either choose to take a turn, or you can choose to summon your army of dogs. But that'll be in a second.
Ah, great. I have an idea
Okay.
to make that captain's life even worse.
Okay. From your angle, you can see him kind of on the floor on the other side of the very large table. So he does have kind of essentially 3/4 cover.
Speaking of the table and his cover,
It's a massive.
Oh no.
I wish to use his table as the weapon.
Okay, this table is huge. It's
I
five-
see,
five,
but
10,
it's gonna be
25.
it's not I pick it up and swing it like a baseball bat. It's
Okay.
literally flip the
You
table.
want a table flip? Okay. You are a barbarian. Are you raging?
I will be activating the rage at this point.
Okay, all right. So with
To
you doing
enact
that,
that.
I want you to roll me this. Okay. I want you to roll me a strength check. I'm gonna warn you, it's a high DC. This table is almost 30 feet long, and it's about 5 feet wide. I will give
Okay.
you advantage because you're raging.
Strength check.
Strength check, yes.
Basil also needs to roll that Christmas saving throw against soldiers.
Oh, is it whenever it's up, or is it?
But whenever you enter or when you start return inside.
Gotcha. Okay, so real quick, Basil, also roll. Just go ahead and scroll up. Make sure you're selected. Scroll up and click that DC 12 Charisma saving throw for the Zone of Truth, which you do not pass. So you cannot knowingly tell a lie while you're inside this zone.
Okay.
However, with a 23, I had it as a DC 20. Yeah, you. I'm not gonna say it doesn't fly across the room.
No,
you
it's
are able
the
to
idea
flip the
was
table.
to flip the table and
Okay.
basically have the edge point land on top of him.
Okay. Yeah, that you could do.
Would
I could say you could
Would
do
you
that, yeah.
count that as bonus action or attack action with damage from the table?
Ain't no way he left him a 25 plus long feet table as a bonus action.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
This table's. I'm
Like,
gonna say that this is
we'll
your.
take that
this
as
is
my
your
main
attack.
action.
Yes, your main action. I was like trying to think of a way to argue it, and like, no, he's right. It's a freaking huge
No.
table.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I'm just trying
With
to get
respect,
an
but
idea.
no. But as far
so
as
the
it hitting
table
him, so with you doing
laying on
that,
top of him.
yeah, what you can do is if you want to roll me,
My.
hang on, I got an idea.
Do you want this to be the tavern brawler style or something else?
Well, I'm thinking. Hold on, let me fix this because the tavern brawler kind of makes sense, but at the same point, you're not technically hitting him. The table's just landing on him.
Which is also adding to the
Yeah. so
he
let's do this.
cannot freaking do
Let's
anything.
do this. I want you to do this. We're actually I'm gonna kind of cheat the system here because this is basically. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Okay, perfect. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to roll Tavern Brawler, but you're also going to add a 1d10 for your damage. You're not going to roll to hit him
Okay.
because it's landing on top of him and he's in capacity to can't move. So you're not rolling for attack. You're just rolling for damage. So make sure you have him targeted at least. And you're going to roll your Tavern Brawler normal, like basically unarmed strike attack, but you're going to add a 1d10 because this is basically the equivalent of having a bookcase fall on him.
Okay. So for that, I'll just do it manual style, which I believe is the 1d4.
Because your Tavern Brawler is...
Yeah, it's 1d4, 1d10 strength.
Yes, yeah.
Plus strength. So math is hard.
Your strength is so you're adding
4.
a plus. Yeah, plus.
Is there
4.
anything else from?
Well, so you're doing a 1d4 plus 4 plus a 1d10. Wait, your unarmed strike is plus 6. I'm sorry. Oh, that's for attack. That's not for damage. I'm sorry. Never mind. We can ignore that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 1d4 plus 4 plus 1d10. That's your damage.
Okay. Hadouken.
Nice. Okay. Okay, so he takes 12 points of bludgeoning damage. Which, wait a minute, he's prone. So is that an auto crit? That's an auto crit.
I don't think prone gives auto crit.
Well, he's incapacitated and he's prone, and it's a melee attack.
Prone means you have advantage if you're within 5 feet, and he has disadvantage on attacks. Incapacitated is literally just he can't take actions or reactions.
Okay, so then we're going to leave it as that. So yeah, he takes 12 points of bludgeoning damage, but I will say that he is now... There's not a status for it. He's pinned. He is now stuck under the table.
You look for restraint, probably.
I guess that would work. I guess restraint would work. I wasn't
the last thing that Vassal will want to do
and this guy has so
is
many stats
just kind
on
of
him right now.
Vassal's just gonna turn to the other guy and give him that blank stoic stare of just right into his soul in a act of intimidation as bonus.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
So this one, after flipping the table, Vassal will just kind of turn at him with a side-eye stoic glare straight into his soul, basically, as an intimidation action.
I will let you do a silent intimidation as a bonus action because that doesn't require you to do anything other than look at him. If you want to go ahead and roll that, you can roll me an intimidation check.
Wait, I don't think that's intimidation. Hang on. Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
11.
Okay. He looks at you concerned, but he doesn't look like he's scared of you. Okay. That's going to be your turn.
That poor guy
If you look at him in the turn order, he has 5 statuses on him right now. Only one of them is a good one. The rest of them are not good. Okay, so that's going to be your turn. So go ahead and end your turn. Daxori, you're now up. It's top of the round. Shadow said, messaged me and just said they just leave.
Okay.
Continuous pet dog.
Yep. Okay. So yeah. So we'll say that for right now, Dax is enamored with the dogs, and we'll just go from there. So yeah, that dog is busy. So Grigor, it is now your turn.
I'm going to start off with that saving throw.
Okay, and you now, same as you. You cannot knowingly tell a lie whilst inside this zone.
Oh, he took damage, right? He gets to save against Tasha's.
Yeah, on his turn.
No, each time he takes damage as well.
Oh, really? Okay. And he has to make a
what was it? His turn and when he takes damage.
It's a wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw, DC 13.
Okay.
Those conditions, is that a disadvantage?
Ooh, he rolled an 18.
That means this gets broken.
Yep, okay. So he no longer is dealing with that. He is still, however, prone and pinned from the table.
Yeah, but no longer incapacitated.
Yep. Okay.
Turns out, not that funny. Which, fair enough, I didn't deliver it well.
I mean, it was... Actually, I thought it was pretty funny. But anyways, okay, so, yeah. So it's still Grigor's turn. What's you doing, Grigor?
I'm going to attack the sergeant next to me with my rapier.
Okay, go ahead and roll for attack on that rapier. That will hit. Go ahead and roll damage. points of piercing damage as he's standing in his chair. Does a nice good stab to his shoulder.
And I'll move to his
Actually, wait
other
a second,
side.
'cause you have. No, never mind. Okay, sorry. Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. All right. So that is your turn. So it's now going to be Alexander. It's your turn. And next up will be one of them, and then it'll be Talina.
The guy at the bottom of the table isn't prone, right?
This guy or this guy?
This guy.
This guy. No, he's sitting in his chair, or he's actually now standing kind of back away from his chair
Awesome.
after the table got flipped. Which actually, with that being
fuck, I gotta
said,
sneeze.
I'm actually going to remove this wall. There you go. So, because the table got flipped, so I'm not going to block you guys from moving there. So, technically speaking, this table is not there. It is now on its side. And
I mistook that so bad. I thought the whole table got flipped. It removed the wall.
well, because the wall that I built for the table so that you guys couldn't walk through. The table is
Yeah.
basically right there now on its side.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
gonna say I was gonna draw the table, flip the wall, but I'll let you. Oh my god.
That was yikes. Okay. All right, so you cast Chill Touch on this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it definitely hit him from the sound of it.
Yeah, 5 necrotic.
Okay, so he takes 5 necrotic damage, and he's now.
He can't regain hit points at the start of Alex's.
He also has disadvantage on attack rolls against.
No, if you hit it on the.
No. That's
Oh,
all
no,
of that
sorry,
is
sorry.
if it's undead.
I
Yeah.
apologize. Yep. Okay.
He just can't regain hit points.
Cool. Okay.
I mean, if you want to nerf him more, go ahead. He's gonna die anyway.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So anything else you wanna do,
No, but I mean doesn't kind of matter if because speaking is out of turn, but I will kind of quickly look at Talina. Is Talina looking in any way, shape, form, kind of my direction?
Kinda.
Like, kinda
Okay,
like peripheral?
and
Peripheral vision for sure.
are you facing the dog?
Yeah, I'm facing the guy underneath the table, so I can see you from the front of my eye.
Okay, well I'll basically say in Talina's direction, the 2 doors to your left. That's where the others went.
And I assume, just for my sake of clarity, that you're not saying this in hushed tones.
After the door,
I'm
Not
I'm
quite.
just asking
Table
for
fell
clarity's
over?
sake.
Not in
there
hush.
ain't no stealth anymore.
I'm just asking for
Over
clarity's sake.
flipping table and blowing up people's faces with firebolts. I'm saying that at the appropriate volume so that she can hear.
Okay. Okay. Oh, so you're done with your turn. Okay. So now it's going to be the guy who's on the ground. So he is going to attempt to get the table off of him or to get out from underneath it. He can't get it off of him. So he's struggling underneath the table right now. And that's basically his turn. He can't move because he's restrained. So that's going to be his turn. It's now going to be Talina's turn, and then it'll be next player is going to be Othman. But there's going to be the 2 of the dogs between now and then.
I appreciate you setting up such detailed environments.
Honestly, thank
Given that-
Chepeku for the map, man.
Given that I got called out, I turned to my left and noticed there's 3 doors on the wall.
There is a
Gonna
door
assume-
here, and then there's double doors here.
I'm assuming those those are proper double doors that
Yes.
are in one door frame? Okay, so there
Yes.
are 2 doors.
Yeah, they are. It is a set of actual double doors.
Let's find out what's behind door number 1.
As you open the door, you see 3 low hood gang members that are moving towards the door. One of which looks really rough, and the other 2 look very perplexed at the door suddenly opening, and they don't have their weapons out yet. Well, actually, this guy does. This one does not, and this one does not. This one actually looks maybe possibly a little inebriated.
Cool. I'm point at the one that is armed, or ready to fight. And shout. I'd draw my rapier, but I wouldn't want to make you jealous. Oh, sorry, I forgot to target him.
Okay. And he fails. Go ahead and roll damage. He takes 1 little point of damage.
Yeah, not a fan of the D4.
He just kind of like, it hits him and he just kind of goes, ow. All right.
Guess I am drawing my rapier then. Not this turn, but yeah.
Okay. All right. So, with all that, this dog over in the corner, he's actually going to use half his movement to stand up, so because he was laying down. So he is now no longer prone, and he is going to run across the room to the first one he sees, which is Selena.
Doggy.
And he is going to go ahead and take a bite at you.
Good doggy.
Actually, wait a second. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is he's going to try to bite you. And he fails. Okay.
Privately, which doesn't help. So I can't.
I'm
see
sorry. I thought I had
your
it
roll
on
to
public.
hit.
I'm sorry. Hang on. I'll do it again. I'll actually do it. I'll roll again. I don't care.
You can reveal the roll by clicking the 3 dots in the top right of the
There we go.
There you go.
Wait, can you see both?
Nope.
No, you can't. Hold on. We're gonna redo this because you're right. It should have been public, and it's all jank now. So hold on.
I mean, it doesn't have to be look. That's the benefit of being a video. But
yeah. Yeah.
That didn't roll.
No, I don't. I realize I don't want to roll again because it didn't hit you, so I don't want to have unfair advantage. So
gotcha.
It was a 13. He didn't hit you, so I'll just leave it at that. So he takes a bite at you, and you sidestep him and miss him, so you don't have to roll the saving throw to try to avoid being prone because he didn't bite you. So, but he's now growling at you, and spittle's coming out of his little mouth. That's going to be his turn. The other dog is. Let's see. He is. Well, let me do it this way. Actually, he is going to.
Saying that in character, but
Okay, so this dog unfortunately does hear the commotion and runs past Dax. He's going to use his movement, which is 40. So 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, and he comes into the room, uses his full movement, and sees what's going on, and looks confused. He's not going to immediately attack anybody because he had been given treats, but he is now in the room and very confused. So that's going to be his turn. All right, Othwin, you're up. Vassal, you're going to be the next player. The Chilled Touch Sergeant is going to be next.
Okay. I have a doggy right next to me.
He's on the other side of the door, though. There is a door between you and him because this door opened up. So technically,
yeah, you're kind of stuck between a rock and 2 hard places.
Yeah, you basically have a door to your left and a door to your right. And to be fair, these double doors swing in. So this door right here. Oops. This door right here is open like that.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what we're doing, I'm gonna get into my little baggie.
Okay.
I'm gonna get some rations out. That
Okay.
has dry meat and all that. I was gonna try to be nice to the doggo in the
Okay.
doorway.
Okay. So like around the door, you're gonna try to hand him food.
Yes.
Okay. I want you to really quickly. Are you just kind of like tossing the food? Or are you actually like trying to like hand feed the dog?
It's a little mix.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an animal handling check. Okay, he sniffs the food and lets it go and looks back at the scenario in front of him. He doesn't really seem interested.
Shit. Yeah, poor Aspen don't know what to do now. Alright. She's gonna go ahead and in her turn and just try to keep feeding the dog as she goes.
Okay. All right, so it's going to be this guy's turn now. He's actually going to, based on how he was standing, how's he going to do this? He's actually gonna turn. And he's gonna actually go for Grigor instead of anybody else first. So he's gonna use his multi attack, and he's gonna take, if I remember correctly, I gotta look at my notes. Hang on a second. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's. I think it's. Oh, it's right. It's 2-2-1. That's right. Okay, so he's gonna take. He's gonna attack you with his cutlass. He's gonna go ahead and hit you. He's gonna take a second swipe with that. Misses the second, and then he's gonna his last one. He's going to do his stab with the dagger, and he hits. So he's gonna go ahead and get 1 damage off of the cutlass. And 1 damage off the dagger. Okay, so he hits you twice. He's with his cutlass and with the dagger. Oh, he rolled a nat 20 on that first one. So technically speaking, that 6 should have been a 12. So he does an additional.
Well, you only double the dice, so that's a 9 plus a 4.
Oh, okay, wait.
Because he rolled a 3 plus
so it's 3 plus 3. So it's okay. So he made an additional 3 points of damage. Okay. Why are you dead? What just happened?
Did you both do the damage?
I goofed. Hold on. I goofed. So you had 1 temporary hit point left after the first thing, and then you took 4 damage.
Being out here like, I'm not trying to kill you guys.
No, I bumped the wrong button. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there we go. Now the math is right. An additional 3 points. Okay. So he did a pretty good number on you with his 3 attacks. And then he is going to... He's actually going to risk it. He's actually going to try to vault over the overturned table. So first things is first, Grigor, you get an attack of opportunity on him. That's weird. Fox, make sure that your little roll box there says public.
Yeah, but you can't see others.
No, I know. I'm just making sure. If not, she might need to refresh. Okay, go ahead and refresh your window. Yeah, go ahead and take that attack on him for an attack of opportunity with your rapier.
Somebody's having a day.
Nice. Okay, now go ahead and roll damage. Dirty 20. Ooh, 5 points. Nice. Take 5 points of piercing damage as he runs away. Takes it in the back. And then he's going to go use basically all his movement to basically come over and vault over this thing. He is, however, going to need to roll, and he's going to need to basically see if he can make it over that. And yeah, he can make it over that. So he's now on the other side of the table. So now he has 3/4 cover on the other side of the table, and he is now going to try to assist his friend on his next turn. So that's gonna be his turn. Okay, cool. Glad it's fixed. All right, so that's gonna be his turn. Basil, you're up with Daxori is up next, and so now that the dog is starting to run away, Jesse, Daxori will be in the turn order.
Okay. Frick. Hmm. Okay. Vassal is going to move to. How tall is the table? As like how wide is the table technically?
Okay, I am so sorry. My earbuds fell out. I was trying to open my window and it wouldn't open. Can you repeat what you were saying?
You're okay. How wide is the table?
How tall is it now?
Yeah.
It's a little over 5 feet.
Okay. Well, it's currently only held up on the long flat side. So a pivot would be pretty easy.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Remember,
Okay.
kids, live through the legs.
So getting to the center of the table
Okay.
and basically using a tackle on the table to send it over to the legs are now straight up.
Okay. So you're gonna actually want to be
Shoulder
right there. Go
Yep.
ahead and all right. So for that, what you're gonna do is roll me, roll me another strength check with advantage because you're raging. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, you hit it and it slam into it and it just basically starts to go over and and they're both, one's prone and one's crouched, and so basically it starts to go over on top of them. Roll me a-
Basil's basically also going to keep his entire weight with it and
Okay.
land on top of the spot.
Okay, so yeah, definitely roll me the tavern brawler improvised weapon thingamajigger plus the D10 for damage on both of them.
Oh boy.
That's a really good roll. Okay, so they both take 14 points of bludgeoning damage. And now they are both now they're both prone and pinned. And they lose their cover status now because now they're under the table, not behind it.
With the full weight of Basil on top of it.
Yeah, they're definitely pinned now underneath the table, and yeah, okay. That's pretty much. I mean, what else? Unless you want to do something else, that's pretty much your turn.
If the guy underneath the table can see still, like both of their heads are poking out, it's basically just another stoic deadpan glare at basically both of them now.
Are you trying to intimidate them?
Yes.
Okay, roll me an intimidation check.
They're still not intimidated.
They don't look intimidated. They look pissed.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm taunting and teasing them.
Something like that, yeah. All right. So that's going to be your turn. Okay, now we're at top of the turn round, or turn order. And it's going to be Dax is up with the couple baddies and then Grigor.
I mean, yes. Well, isn't that dog still there though?
Hmm?
There's a dog right here with Dax.
Yeah, that's the dog after Dax.
That's Scorch.
Yeah, that's Scorch. Scorch is still just kind of chilling.
I wonder if you could rename the token.
I can.
That would make initiative order probably even.
Actually, technically speaking,
That would make killing the dog harder when we finally have to do it.
there you go.
I don't know, we're hanging out with just this dog now.
I mean, there's been a lot of noise and a lot of scuffle coming from this other room, as well as voices.
Well, if this dog is still chilling, Girls bring her in. Boink. And then boink. Now, question.
Mm-hmm.
Does closing the door cost me an action?
No.
I think it does, right?
No, as you're
No?
walking through it, you could close the door as you're walking through it.
Cool. Just make sure the other dog isn't disturbed.
Okay.
I'm fucking moving there. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Those 20
technic- Yeah,
movements.
it
Okay.
was basically 2/3 of your movement.
And come here and
That dog you can see as you walk up to it is sniffing food that Othwin's trying to hand it, but seems less than interested.
can I do something to make it more interested in the food? And maybe lead it into the room where I'm at right now.
Like try to coax it into the room you're in?
Yeah.
If you want to try, you can try to use... I'll say that... I mean, it's an animal, so I'd say animal handling check.
Sure.
I'd say that would be your best bet.
Get the good dog out of the room so we can kill all the bad ones. Nope.
Yeah, it doesn't want to follow you. It seems like it's being pulled in two directions between the food and the chaos going on in this room.
Do I need to roll physical dice when I'm doing dex?
I don't know.
Would make sense given the character.
Yeah. Okay, anything else on your turn?
Are both of those guys under the table
yes,
on the
yes.
top right?
Uh-huh.
Then this is her turn.
Okay.
I'll say that she probably will draw her weapons, which are melee weapons. She'll draw.
Okay. Scorch tries to follow Dax and gets stuck on the other side of the door. You guys can't see it, but he basically runs across the room, and you can hear scratching on the door behind you. And
Oh well.
okay. It is now... So the guys in the other room that have now been alerted because Talina opened the door... All right, what are you doing? And this guy here is going to go ahead and try to take a swipe at Talina. Is that a nah for a reason, or just because she's trying to avoid the hit?
He's trying to
Well, it works because he misses. So he takes a swipe, misses after she says nah. He goes, what the? And he's then gonna go ahead and he's gonna pull the door open next to him, which is now open like this, and then sees Othwin and goes, what the hell is this? And that's gonna be his turn. Okay, Grigor, you're up. Alexander, you're on deck.
Grigor's gonna go step on the table.
Well, the table is upside... Oh, step on like the... Okay, I got you. Put extra weight on it?
Yep.
Okay. Roll me a 1d4. Perfect. They each take 1 more point of bludgeoning damage. All right. Anything else Grigor's gonna do?
Grigor's gonna kneel down and ask them where their boss is.
Oh, okay. Are you gonna try? Are you just asking the question, or?
Just asking.
Okay, I mean, roll me a persuasion check at disadvantage. Now, correct me. Correct. Well, zone of truth means they can't knowingly tell a lie. Correct.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they don't have to answer, right?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah.
And they are aware they're affected.
Yeah. They both look at each other like as they're like struggling under the table, and they look at each other like, "We ain't telling you that." And they just kind of look at each other and look back at you. You best get off this table before we stab you through the throat. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
Grigor replies with wrong answer
Okay.
and stabs the one closest to him with his rapier.
Okay, so he is prone, which means you get advantage on melee attacks. So go ahead and roll the rapier attack with advantage. Beautiful. Okay, go ahead and roll me the damage on that. Ooh, nice. All right, so 10 points of piercing damage to him. Right in the throat, and he starts bleeding pretty profusely. Okay, is that your turn?
Yep, that's my turn.
Okay, so
I guess there wasn't much else to target on him.
Yeah, not really. Okay, so Merrick, it's your turn, and Talina, you're gonna be the next player on deck. It's pretty fortuitous. The two strongest guys so far in this encounter are pinned under a table and unable to do jack right now.
Well, you did put them behind a really nice, useful weapon.
I, again, didn't. You guys are creative. I'll just give you that. It's not something I thought.
Basil is just progressively increasing the size of his improvised
It really
weapon.
is. Next thing I know, it's going to be he lifts the house and he just beats the guy with it. All right, what's Talina doing?
My turn?
I'm sorry, Merrick. What's Merrick doing? Not Talina. I'm sorry. What's Merrick doing?
I was like,
I was looking at the little Talina cursor for a second and it threw me off.
Yeah. That's not what I need to measure some shit. Okay, cool. You'd say it's been pretty loud this far, right?
It's yeah. I mean, tables have been flipped. There's been firebolts cast.
Definitely like a bit of shatter.
Oh no. Okay.
Now that Merrick knows he's capable of killing people in a very efficient and painful way, he might as well.
Okay.
I only.
This targets
Dude,
all
the
three of them
freaking-
too. This is crazy.
I can't unselect the fog that's under the table.
Huh?
What?
Just,
I'm
we just
trying.
hover
Oh, there
over-
we
just
go.
hover
Because
over-
it
yeah,
wasn't.
yeah.
Shift T to target my element.
Oh. There we go. Thank you. Okay, cool.
All right, so go ahead and cast Shatter.
Yeah, where is it? Boink. Cast spell at level 2. Consume, yes. Place mirror temp. I mean, I think it is.
You don't need to place the template because you already have it. So you're good.
Well, oh, too late.
Okay, so.
Oh, well, I guess now I have to, because it's. Oh, never mind. I don't.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
All right, so.
DC 15 Constitution saving throw. Damn.
All right, first guy. So this dude. So the dude that's already pre-injured, he failed. I mean, sorry, he succeeded. The other two failed. So these two take
All right.
full damage. He takes half damage.
Damage.
So you're
3d8.
gonna
Let's see. I'm keeping that. That's good.
All right.
18.
So he's gonna take.
Thunder.
He's taking half. And then. These
That's a good question, Monhold.
These guys both take the full 18.
Wait a minute. Did I have to roll the thing for the truth serum?
You
did.
already did. You already did.
I didn't.
You did. Oh, then yeah, you need to roll it.
I never did. Yeah.
Okay, so real, before you
wasn't
do
paying
that,
attention if I was
how do you
saying
want to do this for these two?
Oh my god.
Vaporized them.
All three of them are dead.
No, this guy.
The hover over.
it. You know what? I might as well.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I forgot. Yeah.
Wait, forgot what?
All three of them. Yep, because the other guy was already injured. Yeah, all three.
No,
of them
I watched the last released episode of Invincible today, so I might as well have a bit of fun with this scene. Just a tiny bit.
Spoilers much?
I mean, it's nothing you haven't seen before. Consider the entirety of that show.
Anyways.
We can just say that now that I know, now that Merrick knows he's capable of casting this spell, which he figured out in the first group they encountered this day, he will just do it again and basically as he sees kind of the outline of one of the guys behind the first one who was standing in the doorway. He just kind of makes him point of origin, and outwards from where that guy is standing, there's just a shockwave that blows them apart into little pieces, going basically outwards towards our party, I guess. Just shitload of blood and guts and whatever is flying out as they're turned into mush. And then I can end my turn after moving one to the right.
Basically vaporizes, and there's nothing left. He's gone. This guy gets thrown across the room and smacked into the corner over here. And this guy gets thrown over the top of Othwin into this door that's here, which hits the dog. The dog kind of whimpers, and this guy falls back and kind of lands not on top of Othwin, but like next to Othwin. Like ricochets off the door and then falls back. So he's kind of like right here.
Yep.
Okay.
And then, actually, I'm also going to move one to the right, and then I do have to do the roll. So what do I roll? The wisdom save?
DC 13 wisdom, if I remember correctly.
Okay, wisdom save. Yeah.
It's at this moment I wish to bring the question back.
DC 12
Are we still
charisma.
the good
Sorry,
guys?
DC 12 charisma.
Charisma save?
DC 12 charisma. Apologies.
Oh, good.
Are we still the good guys?
Okay, you succeed.
I
So you're
succeed.
good. Yeah, so you can tell a lie in this sphere if you want.
Cool.
Okay.
End turn.
All right, so that's your turn. It is now going to be this guy. He can't do anything but try to make a strength save.
Does that have to counter Basil now? Because Basil's on top of the table?
Well, he's just
Man's
trying to get
gotta
up.
lift two people's worth of table.
Yeah, it's a very difficult situation for him to do, but he's not trying to lift you off, but he's trying to basically lift and crawl out from underneath it, essentially. So,
okay.
But because he's lifting two human bodies, it's a very high DC, which he's not able to make. So yeah, he's still stuck. So he's still stuck and just like struggle busting underneath this table. All right, now it's Selena's turn.
Did you see my whisper?
Oh, Oh, yes, good point. Good point. Okay, so backing up a second here. The shatter, just because of the massive force, just extinguished all the candles, and you also heard the splintering of wood after it all went out. And basically, those with dark vision saw the coffee table explode into splinters, and these chairs basically just got shoved back about 5 feet. Like even the shockwave for some of these other pieces of furniture that weren't in the initial blast radius kind of got shoved back a bit.
Not where my brain went, but I'm still impressed.
Okay.
I was thinking hot wax everywhere, but no, that works.
Oh no, no, because they were right next to it. They just went poof, and they're just gone.
Fair. Well, that's problem one solved, I guess. Badly injured, but in orange. I love how I can tell the difference because one of them is yellow text and one of them is orange text.
These poor guys under the table. Let's just say that.
I'm gonna turn at the dog, and in the most stern, disappointed mom voice, so bad dog, and trying to get him to back down.
Okay.
So
and that's the one that's on you, right? That's this one.
Yeah, that's the top one. Yeah,
Okay.
The one I targeted.
So
I just realized that an animal handling skill doesn't target anyone.
So are you trying to? You're just trying to like convince him to get off of you, or?
Yeah, just like to stand down, basically.
Okay. And you rolled a 19. Okay. So he backs down off of you. Hold on a second. I have a bot in the chat.
I'm gonna start attacking Discord.
Yep, I got you. So he backs down off of you, but he's now kind of like hunched back and he's growling at you because you are able to kind of like sternly convince him to back off of you, but he looks pretty pissed at you.
Oh, that's fine. And I will draw my rapier and step in. Liar. That is, as they say, that.
Okay. So next up actually is that dog's turn.
Okay.
And you did roll a 19. So he backs off of you, and your sternness, he kind of like goes around you, kind of keeping his eyes on you, and then he's gonna take a lunge at Offwin.
Well, I tried.
Okay, so he does bite you. So the next thing we're gonna have to do real quick is you need to go ahead and make a DC 11 strength saving throw to see if you can avoid him bringing you to the ground. You can just click the button in chat and it'll do it for you.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, so you are miraculously, despite the fact that you're half his size, are able to keep him from bringing you to the ground. You have surprising strength, but he does obviously clamp down on you, and he is going to do a grand total of 7 points of damage.
Ouchie.
As he bites down on your winged little arm. And I'm not about to try to emulate dog sounds right now, so he's just doing that sort of thing as he's biting down.
Woof
on you.
woof bark bark.
Woof woof bark bark growl growl, and he has you firmly in his clamped jaw. And all right, go ahead and move this guy on the turn order. All right, so next up is actually the other doggo. He watches this happen with Othwin. He looks very confused, and he starts barking at the other dog, and I'm not used to having to like figure out how to run a dog.
I also find it funny. We've got one good dog, one bad dog, and one neutral dog.
Yeah, the neutral dog is confused, and he starts barking at everybody. And he's just doing that thing where a dog is he's like not getting directly involved. He's just barking. So he does kind of move off to the side here, and he just starts barking. That's all he's doing. So there is now a lot of noise coming from the dog who's consistently barking. And Othwin, it is now your turn with one of the trapped guys, and then Basil.
Dog has me still, right?
I mean, he kind of has you. You're not grappled, and you're not brought to the ground, but he bit you, so he's like kind of trying to like. You kind of that little tussle there, but you're not grappled, so you could break through if you needed to.
Gonna do something crazy.
Okay.
With my little mouth, my beak mouth, I'm gonna bite him on the ear.
You're gonna bite him on the ear. Okay. Do you have a bite attack?
I
By the way, these doors exploded after that shatter spell. They're gone.
If I may suggest, the bite that she can do can be an unarmed strike, technically, 'cause if she doesn't have a bite attack.
That's true. Okay. Yeah, you could do an unarmed strike if you wanted to do that.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Which...
the damage roll for that would be 1+ strength. Or dex?
Yeah, she has it. She has it in her inventory, technically.
No, unarmed is always strength unless you're like a special thing.
Okay, beats it. So you do hit him.
Haha.
You didn't have him targeted, but you do hit him.
Oh. Thought I clicked him. Apparently I didn't. What is damage? What is damage on this thing?
Damage. You make an attack roll against you.
1+ strength.
Oh, okay. So whatever your strength is, which is 11, so you have +0, so you do 1 damage.
8 points.
Yeah. So you do 1 point of bludgeoning damage to his ear, and he whimpers.
No, Barco.
All right. Anything else you want to do in your turn? All right, it's going to be the next trapped guy's turn. He's going to also try to get out from underneath you. He also has disadvantage because he's dealing with a lot. And he, too, utterly fails. So he's still prone and stuck and grunting and pissed off, and he's cursing at you.
Yay!
He's dealing with a lot, and there is a truth field. Might as well, have a session right here.
Yep. All right.
Basil can't speak right now. He's stoic.
All right. So.
That heal touch is unexpired, by the way.
Oh.
If you want to get rid of icons.
Yeah, clear out some of these numerous icons they have. It's not as bad now. They only have 3. That's not too bad.
Okay, so
Daxor, you're up.
I wish to basically rock the table and bring it back down to attack, but I don't know if that's going to count on both of them or just one of them.
Okay, so I'll say this. Because of the way how big the table is and you guys are standing on it, you're not really able to rock it. If you wanted to try to lift it and slam it down, you could. However, by lifting it, you would give them an opportunity to get out from underneath it.
There.
For a brief window.
So
you'd basically, it would be you could try, but there'd be some stuff that would have to happen.
Instead of that, we're going to target this one.
Okay.
And use my ice dagger.
Okay.
The tooth dagger.
Go ahead.
It's advantage, right? Since he's to all those conditions.
Yep, so you get advantage on the attack. All right, yeah, you hit him for sure. All right, go ahead and roll damage on that.
That seems interesting. Bro, I'm gonna roll it and we'll see. I don't know why it's giving me 3.
Because it's...
Because of cold damage.
Because it's 1d4 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2d4 because of the cold damage. So yeah, so you do a grand total of 9 piercing and 3 cold damage for a total of 12 points of damage to very injured dude on the ground. And these guys are both looking pretty rough. Like, they're bleeding from multiple stab wounds. There's a pool of blood underneath both of them. They have bruises already on their face and on their torso. Like, they're still looking pissed, but now they're looking exhausted.
And Basil will not move and continue using the remaining bits of his strength to basically just weigh down the table so that it's still difficult for them to move.
Okay, so in that case, if you're like trying to bear down on it, I'll let you roll a 1d4 for bludgeoning damage, like I had for Grigor.
Okay.
Oh wow, jeez. Okay. Man, you guys are just
table.
Right.
Table.
Yeah, they're they're both not doing great, and they both thought, get off. All right. Okay.
That is Basil's turn.
Okay.
Let's hit end and there.
All right, Dax. Sorry, you are up with Grigor's next player.
Step in. Witness destruction.
And you would have just, and Dax would have just watched this dog bite Othwin, and Othwin bite it back. And this dog is barking like constantly, by the way, right now. And with that, I'll say you hear heavy scratching from the door that you closed.
Is Dax going animal handler ranger mode right now?
That's what I'm thinking. I was gonna suggest, can I do an animal handling on the owl?
The owl?
Yeah, because they both bite each other, so I was like, can I do animal handling on both of them?
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna try to animal handle the Yangi dog to calm it down and then lead it away.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an animal handling for the Angie dog here.
Having to put weapons away that I've just drawn because holy shit, so much just happened. Yeah, animal handling, boink. Okay, maybe I don't. Okay,
so
cool. 17.
This dog does
Not terrible.
basically. You are able to calm this dog, and you're able to coax it into stop barking, and it does stop barking and it still looks very concerned. It's doing like that anxiety dog tippy tap dance.
Oh, I mean, well, I meant to do that for the dog that's eating.
Yeah.
Athwin. Not the one that's not eating anyone. So, this one.
You meant to do it on this dog or this dog?
On this dog,
This
the
is
one
the-
that's fighting that one.
Oh, okay. So with that one,
Yeah.
it I'll say with a 17, it does back off, but it still looks pissed off and it starts barking at you.
Dax
Okay.
will
Not a destruction.
try to the best of her ability, present her as non-threatening.
Okay, so like trying to calm it down, like shh, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, so I mean, it,
Melon.
it's barking, but it's like it's not attacking. I'll put it that way. It looks like it's calming down a bit.
What I'm gonna try and do is, instead of kind of approaching the dog, I'm gonna take a step back again, kind of beckoning to kind of follow as well. Kind of, well, yeah, just that.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't.
Drag the dog out of the room.
It doesn't look like it's following you. It's just kind of like occasionally it's like looking at you and then it'll like a bark and then it'll look at Othwin and growl and it looks kind of confused.
Okay, well, I mean, it's also not his turn, but yeah, that's about as much she's gonna do.
Okay.
Just get the dog safe.
All right, so now it's Scorch's turn. Who now you hear barking coming from the other side of the door, and just bark, scratch, bark, scratch. Okay, Grigor, it is your turn. With Alexander on deck.
The dog handler.
I'm sorry for any loud banging that came from my side. I was opening some windows.
How dare.
Bangus.
I'm going to move toward the other pinned hood.
Okay.
We're just gonna kneel down and grab his dagger.
Okay.
That's in the sergeant.
Okay. Yep.
Now I'm gonna ask again. Where is your boss?
Okay, I want you to roll me. Is this going to be more intimidating this time, or is this still persuasive?
Persuasion.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a persuasion check. This time with advantage, or I say this is a straight roll because they're an enemy, so I wouldn't say with advantage. You're not getting disadvantage this time, but because they're so injured, everything will just be a straight roll. Okay, so you hold the knife to are you holding the knife like still in him, or do you pull it out and like holding to his throat? Like, explain to me how you're doing that.
I'm just holding the handle.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so as you hold it and you grip it, he starts to as it hurts. He's like grits his teeth. Like, I'm telling you shit, and then spits in your face.
I yank the dagger out.
He lets out a very loud yell.
Merrick's gonna say, show him his friends in another room. Maybe it'll motivate him.
Let's see what's behind door number 2.
Anything else that Grieger wants to do in his turn?
He's gonna kick the hood.
Oh, kick him?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll me an unarmed attack.
That's not going to be a roll since he's not proficient with it. It's just going to be a 1 plus his strength if it's an auto hit.
Oh, it would be an auto hit because of the situation. Because he's already down. Okay, so then so it would be what's your strength?
Is it strength or I think unarmed is still a finesse style attack, so it might be able to use dexterity, but I would say strength.
No, it's for damage on a hit. The target takes bludgeoning damage equal to 1 plus your strength. So yeah.
Okay.
It's finesse for monks specifically.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah, monks get to turn it into a finesse weapon. Okay, so what's your strength, Grigor?
It's +0.
Okay, so one hit point. So yeah, you kick him and it hits him in the face and does 1 point of bludgeoning damage. All right, that would be your whole turn then at that point. All right, so Alexander, you're up. Selena, you're going to be the next player on deck.
So the table is the orange stuff, right?
Yeah,
Technically, the table's on top of them.
That's true. I forgot to fix that. Hang on. The table is now... table is basically now, like... upside down right there.
And technically, Basil and Grigor are on top of it.
Yeah. You guys are actually, to put this more accurately... that's probably a more accurate representation.
Probably for the sake of making the battle map easier to read, maybe move the table half a square down instead of them half a square up.
That.
It's just a suggestion.
Yeah, there you
Makes
go.
the whole threatening and fact thing also easier to read.
Yeah, it'll work for now.
You know what? Sure, why not? Mark is getting kind of annoyed at the dog next to him barking, so I'm going to try to calm it down.
Okay. The one next to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Cringe.
Yeah, he's not barking as much at this point, but he looks to you and starts barking at you. And it doesn't look like he's being aggressive. He's like, it's like he's trying to talk to you because he's a dog.
Yeah. And then I'll just step one up because why? Can I please walk? Thank you. Okay, just because why not? Okay, and that's my turn. I think everything for the moment is handled. Just calm down the dogs. Get the Shiba Inu out of here.
All right, so he's going to make another strength saving throw. Nope. There he lies. That's going to be his turn. All right, Selena, you're up. Osman, you're going to be the next player.
Mansky.
I will say now, I'm sorry for breaking your your stuff.
You didn't break anything.
Giggity.
Dog in front of me is facing, like, is barking at bird, right?
This one here?
Yeah.
No, it's now barking at Daxori. Daxori had tried to calm it down, and so that dog is now kind of like looking at her, panting, and then barking, and then like looking around and like looks just very perplexed, confused, and because you also kind of like told him to no, don't do that, and he's like, here's the thing, he hasn't received any orders from his supposed master, so he doesn't know what to do.
I'm gonna take a big step sideways and we'll see if the dog is at all looking at me, or if it's just still hyper focused on Dax.
As you move, it does kind of start to look at you.
I'm gonna stare it down as I take another step sideways.
It barks, but it doesn't like lunge at you.
Excellent. What's behind door number 2?
As you come around the corner, you see what looks to be like a conservatory, like a little like sitting area that's got like a big, like a sunroom that has like a bunch of glass, like a whole glass wall, a bunch of windows on the right. It's like a little sitting area, and there's like some very dead plants on the left on top of an empty cupboard, and there's another door on the away side that you can tell leads outside, but it's an empty room.
I'm assuming this is a window and I can see that way.
Yes, yeah. These are windows here. There's windows here. There's windows here.
Okay, Selena, remember this because it's less than 20 seconds ago, but Ty is tired and it's been 3 hours. Who yelled at me that the boss vans went this way?
It would have been Merrick.
Merrick told you.
Merrick. I'm gonna turn to Merrick and go, not in here either.
Merrick kind of breaks his attention from the dog, looks at her, and then looks at the two guys pinned by the table. I guess they'll have to do.
I'll yell if I encounter more trouble. And I go, well, let's see, I can 1, 2, 3,
He
4,
nods.
5, 6. Can I tell from here whether that door has a lock?
Yeah, you can tell. It has a keyhole like all the other doors.
I'm gonna prep for a shoulder check, but I'm out of move. So I'm gonna stand here and get ready to just bash through the door the next
Okay.
time.
All right. This dog looking very perplexed. Well, let's just do it this way. That's great. Yeah, the dice want to tell a story tonight. He basically backs up. He gets further away from Othwin, which Othwin, he is leaving your range of attack. So if you want, you can get an attack of opportunity, but he's basically back up. He's still kind of occasionally barking at you guys, but he's putting distance between you and him.
Yeah, I'm not gonna attack.
Okay. Yeah, and he's just gonna basically back up to there, and that's all he's gonna do. He barks occasionally, but that's basically it. And then the other one, he. Oh, so we'll do the same thing. Okay, this one, however, watching everything go down, he actually finally kind of makes a decision, and he's actually going to he's gonna actually lunge at Dax here.
Ooh.
I know, right? Ooh, he actually hits. Okay, so first things first. So Daxori needs to make a DC 11 strength saving throw. Okay, yeah, so you're not prone by it, but you do take the damage, which...
I was muted.
That's fine. You do take damage from it, which is...
Because it's, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Oh, well.
So it lunges at Daxori and tries to take a bite, but the temporary HP kind of it kind of like almost bounces off her ethereal armor essentially from the temp HP and takes 4 of the temp HP away, but doesn't latch onto her arm, and then starts growling and barking again. And that's going to be its turn.
She says, no.
Yep.
Bad.
Yep.
Relax.
Othwin, it is your turn. Bass will give me the next player on deck, and we're probably going to stop after this round of combat, and we'll pick it up next time.
Bad am I? I'm just gonna stay put. I'm just gonna hide in this little corner.
Okay.
Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna sit in the corner.
Okay. So it's now going to be this guy's turn. He's going to make, once again, double 4s. He ain't going anywhere. All right, Basil, your turn.
The person directly under Basil is going to taste the ice blade as well.
Okay, go ahead and do that.
Advantage?
Yes, because he is prone. Ooh, that's a nat 20.
Also restrained.
Yeah, and restrained. Yeah.
Damage. Critical. I don't know if that's how that works.
No, it is not. So
We'll reverse that. We'll reverse
No,
that.
it's
Do
fine,
not
it's fine,
do
it's
that
fine,
one.
It's fine. So we'll figure out the math here. So you rolled a 3 on the D4 plus 16. That's not right.
What's your normal plus damage?
Isn't it +3?
It's +3 +4 if I remember correctly. Or +2.
+3 +4.
Hold on a
What do
second.
you mean?
Hang on, let me scroll up. And
No,
see what the
your
last
regular
thing
one
was.
is +6. Yeah.
It's
your
oh, so it's
personal
1d4 +2 +4 +2d4. That's a standard attack on that. So basically, the 1d4 and the 2d4 get doubled. So it's
6, 12, 16. And what's your flat?
2
So
+
6,
4.
right?
So it'll be 6. Yeah.
So 22.
22. Okay. How do you want to do this?
This one is going basically across the eyes with the blade.
Okay.
And as the blade finishes swiping across the eyes, one final intimidation check of looking at the other guy.
Okay. Roll me intimidation with advantage because you're doing it as you're killing his friend.
He does not get the message across.
That was with advantage?
That
Oh,
was
wow.
with advantage. One was a crit failure.
Yeah, and he doesn't look intimidated. He looks furious and cries out, "No!" as you slash his buddy. And as you do, just his eyes and blood scatters across the floor on either direction as the blade goes through.
And
his
instead of
hands-
cauterizing, it
freezes over, and ice crystals form coming out of his skull. So where his eyes are, there's basically these two ice crystals that start to form up, and his hands drop from him trying to push up from the table, and he goes limp. All right.
And you're asking me if I'm the good guy.
Right? Yeah. So as we finish this round of combat, this is where we're going to stop. But as this happens, Othwin, you're in your position, you hear a door open. And as you're standing there, you look in the room, you see a door open on the other side of the room, and you see the shadow, like the silhouette of somebody walking in from this part of this sitting room right there. And Daxori would hear the door behind her open up as well. And that is where we're going to leave off.
3.
Oh no!
Oh no! No, no! My camera is very dark, but yes, this is where we shall leave off. All right. Well, thank you guys. Thank you for playing. Sorry that tonight was a little janky on the janky side with some stuff, but overall, I think we had fun.
Would it be an online D&D sesh without tech issues?
No, not even at all. It has to have tech issues. Has to have tech issues. But cool, yeah, we'll pick up with our next session, which I'm not 100% sure when that will be. We'll figure it out. But thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you guys for playing. Appreciate everybody. Now that I've prepped and run this session, now I got to turn around and I got to finish prepping for my Sunday session of in-person games, which I've learned is a whole different style of prep. Like, I have to prep, like, in a completely different way. Because, like, running encounters in Foundry is 10 times easier than running them in person. But running them in person, I have to have different things ready to go because I have to act faster. And, like, tracking damage is a whole, like, it's a completely different way of thinking. It's almost like two different games. It's really just like two completely different games.
It is.
Whoa, 20 sides to every story. Thank you so much for the 13 viewer raid. We literally just paused for the night.
Oh no!
We have been going we did 3 hours and we hit our end point. But thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate you.
Oh, now we gotta pass
You know
it
what?
on to someone
Yeah, you know what you
Yeah.
gotta do now. You gotta pass
I gotta
it.
pass my. Hold on, let me turn my. I can actually. I have lights. I just actually have to turn them on. There we go.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Yes, so sorry. We literally just hit our end point for the night. We started a little late and we had some tech issues, and so we didn't run super long tonight. But yeah, thank you. You guys can check out the VOD if you want. I am gonna have the VOD up. I do put these on YouTube. But thank you very much. Hopefully your stream was fantastic. We'll definitely have to find somebody now. I presume that you found me through just like other D&D streamers. So I don't recognize your username, so I presume that's the case. Let's see if we can find another D&D streamer we can send everybody off to.
Also, important question. What's your campaign's name?
Oh, shush, go away.
Yes, important question. What's the campaign called?
Yeah, I want to know what the campaign's called, if you've got one. Let's see. There's only one other person streaming D&D.
That's not true.
Well, I searched Dungeons and Dragons, and only one streamer came up right now.
You're looking at the wrong category, because I'm looking at them and just looking
Hold on. Well, I was gonna say that seems weird. Hang on. I hate Twitch's search algorithm. I really do.
I pasted the category in the table. Orchid I just recently started, so you don't do the same thing twice.
Oh, I know why.
Oh, language filter.
Wait, no, that's what I searched. What the heck? Hang on. Here we go. Okay. Wait, Batty's streaming? I follow Batty. I didn't know he was doing D&D.
Oh, well, there we go then.
He's an interesting bean. All right. Well, I guess I'll just send you guys off to Batty since I know who that is. All right. Well, I'm gonna send you guys off to another D&D streamer. His name's Batty, B-A-D-D-I-E. I actually followed him when he was doing EFT. He's like a really hyper and crazy gun guy like myself who plays EFT, but apparently he does D&D, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, thank you guys very much for hanging out. Thank you again for the raid. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys can clock in for the next one and you guys can watch us live. But if not, please feel free to check out my YouTube channel and check out the VODs. I have all of the previous 17 sessions up there, and this one will go up probably in the next 2 days. So, yeah, thank you guys very much. Have a great evening, and I will see you guys next time. Actually, I don't have a YouTube link. Let me do this. Hang on. Let me do that before I end. Yeah, hang on. Let me do that before I end real quick. Well, the funny thing is, I didn't have a link for it because, like, I never used it until I started doing D&D. It is the same username, but I'm not big enough there to have a customized link. So...
Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't have a big enough account to get like a custom URL. Oh no, I do have a custom URL. Okay, cool.
Yeah, the custom URL should just be.
Yeah, there we go. Well, it didn't used to be that way. It didn't back when I first made my YouTube channel. You couldn't do that. So.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and raid Batty. Yeah, please feel free to check out the YouTube channel. Yeah, and I will. We will see you guys in the next one. Have a good night.